Hello, you spectacular specimens of humankind, you happy-go-lucky scamps of individuals. How you doing? How's it going? How's things? Welcome on in. Welcome on, you cheeky devils. It is hump day. It is the hump day. The day of humping. Also known as the middle of the week. But we're here once again to indulge ourselves in dating some dads. That old chestnut, that old thing that we do on a Wednesday. It's the quickest way to get through the week, I feel, if you go out and date some dads casually, just casually throwing out some dad dating and what have yous, you know. It's just one of those things, you know what I mean? Like one of those casual little chestnuts and what have yous, you know. How you doing, you spectacular specimens of humankind? How's it going, Purple Bat? Hello, Rabbitsborough, the highlight of your week. I'm glad to hear it. Well, it gets us through the middle of the week, doesn't it? The equal part away from the weekend. How's it going, Jazzagal? Yes, that was Ninja Sex Party with Welcome to My Parents' House. Onion Panzel, how you doing? How's it going? Althena Looney, Exquisite Bean, Purple Bat, hello. Very Powerful Nerd, morning. How you doing? Morning. Lap dance with Crochet Val, why would I do this? Why would I do that? Like, why would you bring that up? What? But just look at him, he's terrifying. Definitely not. Hurricane, hello, you glorious being Sazzle. How's it going? Going to be lurking as an all-day staff induction for a job I've been doing for 7 months. Hope you have a great stream and say hello to Red Flag Robert. Oh, why would you do this, Sazzle? Why? I don't know who we're going to be dating today. I seem to remember we finished off last week at the end of a date. So I don't know who we'll be dating today. I'll put it to the vote. We'll have a look at where we're at with everybody. We'll have a bit of a recap, and then we'll decide where we're going to be, who we're going to date next, you know? Tea. Tea is always good. Tea is always good, you know? Oh, Stupedia. Oh, recommend a party dare. Lap dance for Crochet Val and recommend a party dare for an hour. Tell a joke every 10 minutes. Oh, God. Yes, friends, I have brought back the recommend a party dares because on the 12th of April, I will be doing my partnerversary party. We have been partners for 2 years. And we're going to be celebrating. We're going to be absolutely going wild and chaotic and what have you. I'm not going to be streaming the 4th to the 10th of Easter. The 4th to the 10th of April, because that is the Easter holiday. So I'm going to be going and spending some time with my partner and her child so that we can, you know, do the bonding thing. Doing the bonding thing. You know, gonna go up and go climbing with the kid and do some fun activities with him and stuff. So the boy, as I like to call him, he's actually in my phone. He's now got his own mobile phone and he's in my phone as the boy, because that's how I refer to him in a delightfully affectionate way. I'm like, I wake up in the morning, come downstairs, I'm like, good morning, the boy. And he's like, oh, for fuck's sake, He doesn't swear. It's all right. He's 10 years old. But yeah, it's good. Oh my days. That's his phrase. That's his phrase. Instead of for fuck's sake, he says, oh my days. And I'm like, oh, child, you're such a little old man. It's great. It's great. You mix devils and us are just so wholesome. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. We'll do our best. But now he's got a phone. He got a phone a few weeks ago, and last week he got his phone. Last Friday. Jesus Christ, that feels like it's been forever already. So now he's got my number, and obviously he has McSteffel's number and his own dad's number and what have you. But he texts me every morning. I've said he can. It's not a problem. We've been very clear about boundaries and stuff like that. But he texts me every morning just saying good morning, and I'm like, good morning. You take it easy, kiddo. 7:30 in the morning. I wake up. My alarm goes off. I send a message to McSteffels just saying good morning, and then I get a little text message just saying good morning, and I'm like, you all right? And sometimes he says other things like, I hope you wake up and you don't smell of poo, you know, like the casual sort of things that 10-year-olds say. The casual sort of things that 10-year-olds say in the morning to people they care about, you know. Flying Broom, how you doing? How's it going? It is genuinely adorable. It is genuinely adorable. And watching him, like, he went away to his dad's at the weekend, last weekend, and he sent me a message because obviously he got a brand new phone, and he was just like, I need to text everybody all the time. So he'd run upstairs to his bedroom and he'd text me from his bedroom. So he texted me saying, like, you better not be kissing my mum. And I was like, oh, I'm giving her oodles and oodles of smooches. And he was like, oh, that's so disgusting. And then I'd send him a gif of Tom from Tom and Jerry smooching the whoever the female cat is when they're dressed like cowboys. And I was like, this is me and your mother. And then he's like, oh my god, how do you do that? How do you do the thing? So I've been trying to teach him how to use GIFs. Which he's got an iPhone, so I've got no fucking idea, you know. But I love winding up. I love winding up, and he loves winding me up, so it's all great, you know. You know. So yeah, it was like Hamlet or Macbeth soliloquy while holding both ESP and the butt plug. I couldn't possibly hold a butt plug. Oh, you mean the pendant, the posterior pendant? Eris told me. That's what you mean. How you doing? How's it going? Of course, The Boy makes me think of the song Let's Hear It for the Boy. I don't know that song, Althena Luna. Oh, I certainly don't know the song from the lyrics, you know. Got a phone and proceeds to give McSeffles grief. To be fair, he's not too bad. He's not too bad. I mean, he's still getting used to it because he's never had a phone before. This is his first ever phone. And the concept of a first ever phone is completely different to a 10-year-old in this day and age. My first ever phone I got when I was like 14, and it was like a Nokia 3210. You know, the indestructible ones. So it was a very different experience, very different learning curve to getting a fucking new age smartphone. One of the new iPhones, iPhone 13, 14, something like that. And yeah, so he'll go up to his room and he'll text me saying like he's got a really good and healthy diet. But so he'll text me from upstairs being like, Valen, can I have an apple, please? And I'm like, no, come down and get it yourself. I am not. Or I'll say yes, you can have an apple. And he's like, then he'll wait for 20 minutes and he'll be like, I thought you were going to bring me an apple. I was like, no, you didn't ask that. You said, can I have an apple? I said, yes, you can have one. I am not coming all the way upstairs bringing you a fucking apple. That ain't happening. You know? How's it going, Aldo? How you doing, you cheeky devil? It's all about chicken grouchos. To be fair, he's obsessed with chicken goujons. I think he just likes the word goujon. You know, grew up through the NK 3210, the Nokia 3210, 3310, and 3330 era. Yep, yeah. I remember going to see the Matrix, the original Matrix movie, and thinking those flip phones were really fucking cool. Where you press the button, it goes slides out. That shit. Oh, they were the coolest. They were the fucking coolest. And then they had like flip phones and all kinds of shit. And nowadays, it was like getting to a point where phones are getting smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller, and now they're getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. A friend of mine got rid of his phone entirely because he just carries his tablet around. He's just like, what's the fucking point? I got a tablet. I literally do everything on it. What's the fucking point in having a phone? It literally does everything I need it to. I was like, bet. You know, surely it's inconvenient that you've got to carry around a tablet. And he's like, I always have a bag on me, so what's the fucking point? I was like, all right, so be it, you know. Yeah, I know. So Nokias will be found by the next level of humanity after we're all gone and they think some strange technology when we hated them. Oh, yeah. It's wild, though. This is the thing, though, Iris. You've got to remember, back in yon day, in the, like, 90s, well, the mid to late 90s, we weren't into the era of disposable technology yet. We weren't into the e-pollution era. So it literally was a state where people were making things to last. You would buy a mobile phone, it would be expensive, but it would last you 10 years, you know? Whereas these days, it's like, you are lucky if it lasts you 2, 3, maybe, with all functionality. Whereas, I know that some of the phone technology, especially like Apple and what have you, I think it was Apple, don't quote me on that, they've been getting, or they got in trouble relatively recently for the sheer amount of e-pollution, of electronic pollution, because everybody, it was Apple? Yeah, I thought it was. Well, they got in trouble purely because of how many people because you can't. Everything you do on an Apple, or certainly used to be, I don't know if it's still the case now, everything you do on the Apple had to be done through Apple. So it was literally a case of like, okay, you do like any repairs you want done, it has to be done through Apple. They inbuilt the battery, so you can't replace the batteries. They like everything was done, and they had to make sure the batteries go more and more crappy with each update. Yeah. So they specifically made it so that shit had a limited lifespan, so that people would be forced to buy the new stuff. And Apple's really expensive because of the brand as well, you know? And as a result, shitloads of iPhones would be just end up in trash landfills and shit like that. Trash heaps, landfills, and there's just so much e-waste. So much e-waste, you know? You only just got rid of your Galaxy 6S. It was decent old. I only upgraded, what, 2 years ago? 2 years ago to the Google Pixel 6 that I did with, I mean, we had a thing in the community. The community paid for it. I updated my phone from my Galaxy S9. It was a pretty old phone, but it was surviving me. I will absolutely milk technology till it is no longer capable of doing anything, you know? That's how my Apple works still. I have an Apple. Oh, yeah. It just... You have to keep it on charge every... I know that McSteffels has just updated her iPhone, because she likes the iPhone. And her old phone, before she got this new one, was... Like, she'd have to charge it 2 times a day, 2 or 3 times a day. She would, like, have it on charge overnight, and then have to recharge it again at about 1 p.m.-ish, just to keep the battery going for a little while. I can't remember what type of iPhone it was, but she had an iPhone. Only thing I do on Apple is bite it. Yeah. I don't like Apple as a company. I've talked about this many times before, but I don't like them as a company. I think they are a extremely toxic company. There was one point where like they made most of their annual profits through suing other companies, and it's like, if you are making most of your company's profits through suing other companies, you are not a technology company, you are a suing company. And it's like, take a moment. How's it going, Dapper Cogsworth? How you doing? Planned obsolescence. Yes, exactly. Very powerful, nerd. Exactly. Planned obsolescence is fucking wasteful. Yeah. Wasteful bullshit for capitalism. Yeah. We're in late stage capitalism now. Hopefully it'll start meandering back to a point of neutrality, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Google Pixel 6 is my phone, and it's a wonderful phone. Still going fine. To be fair, I've had no issues with mine. The only issue I've got with mine is I left my charger at McSteffels over the weekend, and therefore I've bought a new charger for my own house, and it's... It wasn't very expensive. It had loads of good reviews, but it wasn't very expensive, and it's a little temperamental for my liking. So it's just like, all right, cool. You know? Yeah, 6 was released in 2015. Got a good 8-9 years out of it, and now I'm on the Pixel 6. Yeah. Only changed because my banking app was going to be non-compatible. That's a shame. That's a shame. I get it, though. This is the thing. Like, technology moves so unbelievably quickly in this day and age that you have to... Like, everything has to be updatable. And it gets to a point where old technology just isn't anymore. Something's 5 years old. Purely the programs on it just won't work, because the technology has moved too quickly. You know? Thankfully, you're good with your iPhone, but having a new iPhone, you've had a few iPhones like that. That's good. That's good. Good you're in a position to be all right with that, you know? How you doing, Dapper Cogsworth? How's it going? Planned obsolescence isn't exclusive. Oh, definitely not. Not by any stretch of the imagination. But software programming... but by software programming, they're awful. However, anyone who had a Hoover Candy, Whirlpool, Hotpoint, or Indesit appliance washing machine will recognize the level they go to make sure that the most perishable parts are not accessible through otherwise unnecessary welding, riveting, and stuff. Yeah. I couldn't possibly say I've had too much experience with any of those things. But I know that there has been. I know that I've definitely seen Hotpoint in the news for similar sort of things. It's like you can only get this one thing through us and nobody else, and that's it. And that's how we don't have monopoly in the market, but we do have monopoly on all repairs and stuff. And we're going to charge you an extortionate amount. Because I remember when you could get like phones and you get phone repair shops and what have you, and a phone repair shop would charge you 20 quid to repair your phone. Like the battery was being replaced or your moisture ingress or something like that. They'd charge you 20 quid. And if you tried to get it done officially through Apple, it'd cost you 80. And it was just like, what? Why? Why is it costing so much? Where is the justification for the expense? Makes sense. Completely makes sense if they can justify it. But if it's purely the fact that you're going through Apple, it's like, where's the justification for the expense, you know? Yeah, I know. I think I updated my phone over a year ago, switched out my PC December 2022. My old PC had components that were 10 years old. Good Lord. There's a couple of components in my current PC that are 6 years old. About 6 years old. And I'm already looking at replacing those. Replacing them, clean up the old version, and sell it on eBay. Because somebody will want it. Do you know what I mean? Somebody will need it for something, you know? Dabber Cogsworth, why would you do this? Why would you do this? Your dear friend you lost the game was in yesterday. I don't even know if you really know them, but now you are directly associated with each other. You know? Now you are directly associated with each other. Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba. Oh my god. Bear with me 2 seconds, friends. Because my computer's being a bit funny. I'm just getting all of the recommended party dare out of the current list so that I can crack on and not have a list full of party dares and miss out people's smooches and what have you, you know? Yeah, I know. But yes, friends, so like the bit of an update, the movie night I've had to move. So we were meant to be having a movie night on this Sunday, the 24th of March, but unfortunately, because McSteffels' car needs some work done to it, she's not able to come and visit me this weekend, so I'm going to go visit her this weekend, and as a result, I'm not going to be back till Monday morning at best, you know? So realistically speaking, it's going to be the Sunday afterwards. So March the 31st, we are going to do the March movie night, and we're going to watch Flight of Dragons. We're going to watch Flight of Dragons, so that's all booked in now. You'll have to please excuse the postponement of that, but the fact of the matter is that shit's gotta life be lifey. Do you know what I mean? Life be lifey. Then over Easter at the beginning of April, from the 4th to the 10th, I'm not going to be here because I will be over visiting with Steffels and her son and doing all the bonding time stuff. But as a result of that, I will be coming back home the morning of the 11th. So I'm going to do an extra stream on Thursday, the 11th of April. And I'm going to do, and then on then on Friday, the 12th of April, we are going to be doing the Partnerversary party. Okay. And then the following Monday, on the 15th of April, we're going to be doing Mythical Mondays, where we're going to be looking deep down into the werewolf mythology. We're going to be having a look. Isn't the 31st Easter? Yes. Yes, it is. But we're... I was going to say, it will be an evening thing, but I just remembered that time zones exist. Oh, I haven't updated that, actually, Nibiruin. How you doing? Better do that now. Because as much as it's all very well me turning around and saying, hey, 7 p.m. 31st of March. Huh. I'm gonna have to have a think about that one. I'm gonna have to have a think about that one. Althena Luna coming in for 5 streams in a row, streaking all over the place. And Dabber Cogsworth streaking all over the place for 10 streams in a row. That is scandalous, I tell you. That is scandalous. Put some clothes on. It's grey and wet and miserable outside. Put some clothes on. Good lord, you know. Got a great charger from China. Got multiple outlets with all full current, and each one displays to show you how much voltage the current is sending. That's pretty fucking awesome. That is pretty fucking awesome. For sure. General filing system is written on the almost exclusively to fuck with the consumers. I've only had experience with that. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, fuck about. So I was about to say, like, the vast majority of technology, we're not going to just target Apple here. The vast majority of technology companies design technology to eventually fail. Because if it fails, you need more. Nothing is built to last anymore. Capitalism, yay. They won't give you a warranty if you can't validate with the engineer. Jesus Christ. I should sell my old phone for your old one for 150 quid-ish. Yeah, that sounds about right. That sounds about right. PC is 5 years old now. And last year there have started to be games that stutter. Probably is only upgrade the GPU to 2000 series. My next thing is I need to upgrade the GPU. That is my next big expense. Because, yeah, the one that I've got is old. And it is going to get to a point where it just can't handle the new games that are coming out. Fortunately, the games that we tend to play at the moment aren't graphic heavy. It struggles a little bit with Baldur's Gate 3, but it's not like can't play the game worthy, you know? Yeah, I know. Just watched Leprechaun 1. Thank you very much. That was fucking chaotic, wasn't it? That was bloody chaotic. Yeah, I know. You know you miss me if I weren't here. Oh, you. Easter and Transgender Day of Visibility in the States at least fall on the same day, and I'm here for it. Love to see it. Love to see it. I'm gonna have to think about the movie night and whether we just, because the problem is that everything was all fine and dandy, and naturally life happened. McSteffels was meant to be visiting me this weekend because I've been up the past couple of weekends, and then she comes down for a couple of weekends, and then I go up for a couple of weekends, and that's kind of the way that we do it. But she literally took her car in to be MOT'd at the weekend, and it came back with some points that were like, yeah, it is drivable, but don't drive it for any long distances at the moment until you get this work done, until you get X work done. And the earliest time that she can get it in is Saturday, which means that if I want to see her this weekend, which I do, unsurprisingly, want to see my partner at the weekend, I'm going to have to go up and see her, which means that I can't do the movie night. What I'll do is I'll put into the Discord now, at everyone, that because of life events, I have to move the movie night from this Sunday. Would you rather we do it on Easter Sunday? (31st March) at 7 p.m. GMT, Or postpone till April. Please react as follows. Let's do a... My stupid face wearing a mushroom hat for Easter. Sunday. And... the little goblin in the popcorn thing for April. Do that, and then I'll put some reactions in myself so that there's no confusion about things, and then people can go into the Discord and vote as to whether they would rather have the 31st or whether we do it on Easter Sunday or we do it in April. For some reason I keep saying June, but it's not. It's April. It's April. Vigorous note, how you doing? Just a smartphone where manufacturers do update them, which makes older phones slower and unresponsive. Yeah, and I also understand that obviously with technology, like memory is a big thing. Like the amount of memory that something takes is more and more and more and more and more as they make things more and more advanced. The amount of memory that a phone can hold is significantly bigger than it used to be, you know. There's a lot of stuff going on with it. You know? So it passed its MOT but had a number of advisories which were needed attention. Exactly that. Exactly that. Yeah, yeah. Good Lord, Astra. Oh my Lord, coming in here. 5 streams in a row. All my clothes are in the tumble dryer in the building laundry system, and therefore it is streaking time. Good Lord. Put some clothes on. Wrap yourself in a towel. Find yourself a nice dressing gown or house coat, as some people call it. You know? Scandalous, I tell you. I've yet to get my vehicle back because of the repairs, so I understand McSteffel struggles. Yeah, it's just a pain in the hoop. Just a pain in the hoop. Whoever put opening night on a Wednesday deserves a pinch in the nose. Is that for your work, Niburin? Is that for your work? I can understand that. I can understand that. Wednesday is like a midweek thing. I'm surprised they put opening night on a Wednesday ever, because like that's middle of the week. Nobody is ever going to turn up on a middle of the week. I suppose that's maybe the reason why they do opening night on the middle of the week, because then you've got plenty of time to like ease your way into the production, you know, that kind of thing. It really is. What sucks in my case is they can't properly pinpoint the gosh darn issue. That's frustrating. That's really frustrating. I had that with an old car where I used to drive a car that was an LPG car, so it drove off gas, as not gasoline. We're talking gas, liquid petroleum gas. All right. So if you look at like a video of, you know, the big oil refineries off the coast where they've got like the thing, and then at the top there's like a big chimney, and then there's a thing that pops off it, and there's like a little flame that goes off. That flame is burning off the gas that is above the oil deposits under the ocean and shit like that, you know? That is liquid petroleum gas. Turns out that somebody managed to grab that, compress it, and make it into a fuel system for automobiles, for cars. And my old car did it. My old car used to run off that. It was an LPG convert, so it actually ran off petrol and liquid petroleum gas and LPG. And it's really good. Like, LPG is fucking great for the environment. So it's so much better than like petrol, and infinitely better than diesel. It's got like when it actually burns off, the only emissions from it are carbon dioxide, which is what we breathe out, and water and steam, H2O, because of the way that it burns. Well, that's what they told me anyway, you know. So when I took my car in for an MOT, fucking hell, this was at the beginning of the pandemic. This was 2020, January 2020. I took my car in for its MOT, and it failed on emissions. And I was like, how? How could it fail on emissions? How does a car that literally doesn't make the emissions that they check for fail on emissions? And they were like, yeah, we don't know. And I was like, well, how much is it going to cost to find out? And they were like, well, in order to find out, we're going to have to strip out the entire car to find out exactly what is going wrong. We're going to have to strip it down. So it's going to cost you $2,000 to get it all stripped down, stripped out, investigated, then put all back together again to like thingy. That's effectively, unless we can find it like really quickly, it's effectively going to cost you $2,000. And I was like, yeah, fuck that noise. I bought it for like 600 quid, so there's definitely no point. I was just like, fuck, how, what? Why would they do this? Why? You know? Annoyingly, I'd only just filled it up as well. You know when you like take your car in for its MOT and it's full of petrol or full of gas or full of whatever? I literally just filled the gas tank and the petrol tank, so it was completely full, so I could literally get its MOT done and then drive it around willy-nilly. All fine and dandy. No issues at all. Took it in for its MOT, failed. I was like, fucking hell, I've just spent like 80 quid on fucking fuel. God damn it. And then it went off to be scrapped. I was like, shit. Pain in the hoop, you know? So it was one thing, had it back less than a week, and it wasn't that thing. Now they're saying it's a brake systems related, and I'm just like, what should be the transmission? Fuck. Jesus Christ, that sounds a nightmare. How's it going, Millen? Hello, you beautiful being. How you doing? How you doing? But yes, friends, I'm suited and booted today, which means that naturally we're going to be doing some glorious dating games and what have you, you know. Gotta do the Dream Daddy, the daddy dating simulator, that casual sort of happy-go-lucky scampiness, that sort of stuff. How's it going, Millen? Hello, you cheeky devil. But yeah, today is a miserable day. Looking very dapper today. Well, I certainly try. I've got some dads to impress, of course, Millen. Of course, I've got some dads to impress. You know, got to be going out there and having a good time. I don't know what kind of dads. Who have we got? We had. So there's obviously Red Flag Robert. We have been on one date with Red Flag Robert. So the dads that we haven't been on any dates with, Craig, who is the sports dad, and Joseph, who is evangelical dad. Because fuck those guys. The only reason I would want to... Do I have a favorite dad? Not really. Not at this stage. The only reason I'd want to date Joseph is to find out more about his wife, because I think his wife is a far more interesting character. I think his wife is a far more interesting character than he is. We've done one date with Red Flag Robert, with I can't remember their fucking names now. Brian, we did one. We finished off thingy with Brian yesterday. Dad sandwich. If I could just have like a big polyamorous dynamic with all of the dads, I'd be up for it. I would be well up for it. You know, Damien. Yeah, we did one date with Damien. So, Red Flag Robert, Damien. How many dads are there? Oh, Hugo, the teacher dad. We dated him as well. And Matt, Hugo, Joseph. So Matt we've done 2 dates with. I think Matt's the only person we've done 2 dates with. Hugo we've done 1. Joseph we haven't done any. Damien we've done 1. Red Flag Robert we've done 1, and he scares me. And then Craig we haven't done any. And Brian we've done 1. Okay. Thank you very much, Onion Pencil. So there's 7. There's 7 in total. And then on top of all of that, we have discovered that there is drama afoot with our darling daughter, Amanda. Now, Amanda is meant to be 18 years old. She's meant to be going off to art college or what have you. But she's having very 14 to 16-year-old reactions to stuff. Like, the drama that's going on in Amanda's life is very 14 to 16-year-old. Like, people dating each other and wanting to date somebody and confessing you've got a crush on them, but then, oh my god, this person's actually dating this person. Oh my lordy, they've been... I was just like, oh god damn it. Overprotected? Definitely not. Definitely not. Not with the way that my character, like Phil, good old Phil, our character, is very relaxed. Even if you don't try and play them relaxed, you can try and play them overprotective, and even then it's still quite relaxed. She's a very open-minded thing. It's just an odd choice more than anything else, you know what I mean? For me, I just find it very odd that her behavioral patterns seem very young. And also, so do her friends' behavioral patterns as well. But she's got her own dramas going on. And regardless of her age, and regardless of her dramas, we will be there for her. We'll be there for her because we are her parent. We also found one bug as well last time. We found one bug because we didn't pressure Matt into singing his song. And then it was like, oh, we listened to his song. And it was like, oh, okay. I mean, we didn't, but... okay, so we went back and did it all again to make sure that we actually followed some description of logical conclusion, you know? You know? But, yeah, I think I'm quite happy leaving Craig and Joseph by the wayside. I think we might do a second date with one of the other guys. And then maybe see if we'll do a third date. We'll get a selection of people that we can date for the third time. And naturally, the community will decide who it is that we are going to be dating. Who it is that is going to be our love. Although I do have a question, because for those people that have played the game before, is it third date and done? Because I know that on Dadbook, the dad social media site, aka the dad dating site, they have like 3 hearts against them. So once you've done the... oh my god, my brain. Once you've done the third date, is that it? You've done it. You get 1 third date. I think it's a third and done. So you can get 2 in on everyone. And once you've done the third date, that's the person you have selected. Is that right? Okay. All right. That makes things interesting. Does that mean that potentially we could actively just finish the game today? Is that what we're saying? We could actually finish the game today. Move on to another game. We could do that. Maybe we start by having a second date with somebody else. And then we can decide on who is going to be our final dad date. Who is going to be the grand finale. Shit, I didn't realize we were this close to the end. I was expecting something different, you know? Because if we've done 2 dates with Matt, and we've done 1 date with a load of the others, so we could do a couple of dates. Depends, I suppose. Depends if people want to, like, we could go through and do a few more 2 dates, or we could finish it this week. If you had a favorite dad. I don't really have a favorite dad. The only person that I actually, to be honest with you, to be 100% honest with you, the only person that I actually give a shit about in the entire game is Amanda. Unsurprisingly, actually. Like, my daughter, my character's daughter is the only person I really care about. The others are nice. There's some really nice people in there. It's all very interesting, but overall, I'm just like, it's about Amanda. It's about Amanda, you know. Choose well for her. Exactly, Onion Pencil. That's what it's about. That's what it's really about. But I am worried about, like, because I'm aware that certain things in regards to Amanda's story have only popped up. Whose kid would be a good step sibling? Yeah, to a certain degree. I can't rely on that too much, otherwise Damien would be completely fucking out. As would Hugo. You know, I'm not gonna start dating somebody because of how good their kid is. Nobody can. The children are a creature unto themselves, an entity unto themselves. You know. Eris told me if you would like to leave that, like, put that in the Discord for anybody that doing there. But yeah, still leave that kind of thing to the Discord, please. I would really appreciate that. And then people in the community can feedback as opposed to it becoming a dominating feature of the stream, you know? I like Damien. Matt seems like to be the best fit for Phil so far. And Robert for the lols. For the lols? I would say that Damien's got to be probably like one of the most intriguing characters. No worries, Alice. You know now. It's all good. I would say that Damien's probably the most intriguing because I'm genuinely intrigued by his house and his wardrobe. I think Matt's probably definitely the best fit for Phil so far, for sure. But who else is there? Craig, I really don't have that much interest in. Joseph, I only have an interest in because of his wife. Because I think her story is... I'm kind of gutted that we don't get to find out more about her story unless we go with Joseph, and Joseph is just not a character that I'm even vaguely interested in. Hugo is intriguing purely from the educational point of view. I'm intrigued by his brain pan. And Red Flag Robert, good God, what? No, I'm out. I'm all right. Plus, we've got to remember that Craig and Red Flag Robert are getting it on. Craig and Red Flag Robert are getting it on. Oh, Brian's competitiveness. Yeah, he is very much a blokey bloke, isn't he? I'm broke, you're a bloke, you're a bloke, you're a bloke. Bloke. He's, yeah, I don't know. Like, I kind of want to go and find out more about Brian purely because I want Amanda to be friends with Daisy, Brian's kid. Because Daisy feels like she's one of those kids that's like super overachieving and as a result has no friends. Because she's been pushed up in classes in school, which is fucking great, but as a result, nobody in her class likes her because she's too young. You know? They all have their points. Yeah, they do. They do. To a certain degree. Like, Red Flag Robert, I don't have any interest in because of all the fucking red flags. Brian... Like, when he eased off a little bit, he was quite interesting, but the competitiveness definitely puts me off. Joseph, no interest at all. Craig, deep as a puddle in summer. Do you know what I mean? Damien is probably one of the most intriguing. I think it'll feel like we'll put in for... Well, I'll put it to you. You can all decide on a vote. But, yeah. Hugo, I actually find a little bit... It's not that he's boring, he's just very out of touch. He feels very out of touch, you know? I keep feeling like I'm forgetting people. Yeah, and then Matt. We don't really know much about Matt's kid yet, you know? The other kids seem to have had their fair amount of appearances, but we don't know much about Matt's kids yet, you know? To be fair, kids can be friends without their dads dating, in theory. Oh, yeah. Completely and utterly Nibiruing. But within the dynamic of the game, it feels like you only really get to know their kids by knowing them, you know? Dates show a little more. Yeah, exactly. They all have their quirks, some of which I think we don't get to see until we date them. Yeah, exactly. Like finding out like the softer and more passionate side of Red Flag Robert about the movies and stuff like that is grand, but you had to fucking swim through all the red flags to even get a hint of that. And then all the red flags came back straight back up again. Came straight back up again. So it might be easier if they're not. Yeah. Oh, yeah. God, yeah. Athena. Oh, no, that's all good. That's all good. And he cooks. Yeah, he does cook. He's a fucking gourmet chef or something like that. But this is the thing you just don't know. You just don't know with Red Flag Robert. He's so full of shit. He is so full of shit that you're just like, okay, which, like, somewhere in this myriad of, it's like finding a needle in a haystack. Somewhere in this myriad of bullshit, there is an element of truth. And you absolutely play on that element of truth so that people go, oh shit, you actually have evidence and proof of that, so that they don't question all of your other bullshit. And it's like, oh, that's so frustrating. You could save and date as many if you like if you want. Yeah, no, that is true. That is true. We could 110% do a few grand finales, you know? Fun fact about that, though, Athena is a goddess in a video game. Oh, that's cool. I love that. I love that. So yeah, so I think it's definitely, so we're at a point where we can literally end the game immediately with Matt, which obviously we don't want to do straight away. We want to explore our options a little bit, you know? Want to play the field, as they say. Definitely get another couple of dates in, and then we can look at the grand finale. How you doing, Crowfeet? Hello, you cheeky devil. Dream Daddy, good game. Yeah, we've been playing it for a little while. I think this is the 6th episode of us playing this game. So yeah, I think we'll do a couple of different second ones, and then maybe finish with the grand finale before we finish tonight. You know, that's the one I want. Cool. You good? I'm glad to hear it. You'll be so fresh. Good Wednesday. Good Wednesday. Date that dad. I love the way it's like, you've got mail. Just like the old fucking, the what was the movie? The movie, You've Got Mail, unsurprisingly. Fucking hell, that's an old movie. That's an old fucking movie. You've got dads. God. This is the thing, though. So before I jump into the game, there is one thing I do want to know, all right? Because Amanda's story is the most interesting story for me, all right? So Amanda's story is the most interesting story. So the big question that I have to ask is, do I have to go through and date, like, all of the dads to get Amanda's story? Or is Amanda's story like a time-based one where you do so many dates and then Amanda's stuff comes out? Is it like is it time-based, or is it, without giving too much of a story away, is it time-based, or is it like you have to date certain dads in order to get certain parts of her story? Don't know. We'll see. If we see more, if we date more. You think so? So you literally have to date certain dads in order to get parts of Amanda's story. You learn more after the 3rd date? Okay, that's good to know. But you don't know if it changes. Sort of each time you date one of the dads, you have an opportunity to be a good dad to Amanda. And I would imagine that changes based on which dads you date. I suppose each date produces a scenario that Amanda could be involved in, you know? But you don't get your final Amanda interaction until you've had your third date. I've just had a terrible thought. Okay, genuine question. And without giving me... Like, this is a yes-no answer, all right? So I don't want any details, just a yes or a no, all right? Is there a bad Amanda finale? Like, if you date one of the dads, does it end up... without giving me any kind of information about who the dad may be or anything like that, is there a bad scenario where you can fuck up with Amanda? Don't me onion pencil. It's a yes or a no. You can fuck up with Amanda, but it's not related to who you date. Okay. Thank you very much. It's how you treat her. Okay. All right. That's cool. In which case, I'm all right. I'm good because we have treated Amanda well, in my opinion. I feel like we have treated Amanda, or as well as you were able to do with the conversational elements of the game, you know, as well as one person is able to do with of the conversational elements of the game. So that's okay. That's the thing. That's all right. All right. Okay. Thank you very much, friends. I appreciate that because there was a moment of sheer unreasonable panic. Where I was like, oh god, that's a thing. Shit. Within the limitation of the game's writing, exactly. Phil's trying to be a great supportive dad. Exactly, because there's definitely been a couple of times where I personally have been like, I wouldn't do any of these options. Like before when it was like, do you leave her alone completely? Or do you say, what's wrong? What's wrong, Amanda? Tell me all the details. Tell me what's going on. I need to know all of the details. You know, it's just like, no. You just turn around and say, all right, I'll give you your space. That's all fine and dandy. But just so you know, I care. I appreciate you. And if you need me at all, I am here. Just give me a shout. All right? I am on your side 100%. That's what I would have done. I'd have been like, look, it's cool. I understand the need for space, and I do not want to pry. But if you need me, I am here. And I am always on your side and always willing to listen. All right? That's what I would have done. Top dad, Valen Vane. You know? No push but support. Exactly. It's like, look, you are entitled to your privacy. You are allowed to have things you don't want to talk about with me. That's cool. That's all right. But I am here regardless of the situation. All right? God damn it. Fucking game. Bloody game. Friends, an advertisement is upon us. A cheeky advertisement is upon us. Which means, of course, it is time for... Music, stop. It is time for What is Valen Wearing Today? That's right, ladies and gentlemen, all genders outside and in between. It's time for What is Valen Wearing Today? Valen Vane is going on dates with dads, which means he's all suited and booted, feeling the black and the delightful wine red and slightly metallic shirt and tie. He's matched them because why wouldn't you match them in this scenario? Let's see what else he's got on, shall we? Yes, friends. Darling friends. Oh. Yes, friends, I'm also wearing black suit trousers. A full suit. I haven't gone for the 3-piece today. I've gone for just a 2-piece. Just a 2-piece little suit. And yet, it looks so dignified and beautiful and slightly gothic. And fuck me, I'm knackered again. Oh, dear Lord. There we go. There we have it. Where's my music gone? Oop. There it is. There it is. Didn't notice until you turned on that extra light, but the blue of the carpet is really nice. Yeah, it's gorgeous. Gorgeous. Just turned on the extra light to give us a little more room to maneuver, a little bit of a glow. Minimon, how you doing? How's it going? Welcome on in. One True Cripple, hello you cheeky devil. Now yes, are coming in for the 5 streams in a row. Good Lord, put some clothes on. Put some clothes on, you cheeky devil. What do you like? The scandalous nature of it all. Painted Lady, welcome on in. How you doing? How's it going? Oh my lordy, I'm fucking knackered now. I need to do far more exercise, far more dancing around, evidently, you know. But yes, the blue of the carpet is beautiful. I was actually given this rug by a company that I used to work for. They were doing a show and a performance, and they finished the performance, and they were just like, "Now we've got all of this shit," and they were like, "Val, do you want a rug?" I was like, no. And originally, when I agreed to take the rug, I looked at the color scheme of that rug, and I was like, this entire room was going to be the color scheme of this rug. So it was going to be like that tealy blue and silver. I was going to do that, but then I was like, do you know what? I realized that it's going to contrast really nicely with the red of the room, so we went with that. You know? Captain Bambi's Revenge! 35 streams in a row you have been streaking through here, and Nibirin as well. The streak is a lie, and I am mad about it. Goddamn Twitch! Oh! How many streams has it been, Nibirin? How many streams? 7 streams? You're saying it's more than that, you know? More than that? More than 7 streams? Well, rugs are fucking expensive. Because I wasn't going to go for it. I was like, do you know what? I'm not feeling it. I was like, it's a really nice rug. And then there was another one that was like a red and gold one that would have worked really, really nicely with the room. But it was fucking massive. It would have been far too big for this room. Far too fucking big for this room. So I was like, no, I'll just take the one. I'll take the little one. That'll be alright. That'll be okay and what have you. But rugs are so fucking expensive. So fucking expensive. So yeah, I was like, yeah, I'll take it. I'll take the rug. We're good. I'll take it. It's fine. It's grand. You know what I mean? And the great thing about it is it's not like laid carpet, so I can pick it up and move it around and take it anywhere and do whatever I want. You know, it's good. Good times. Good times, you know? But anyway, friends, the advertisement has now finished, which means we are going to be jumping into the game. The Chikigame, you know? Let's bring it all up and do all the bits and pieces, you know. Grr indeed. But yeah, both Nibirin and Captain Bambi's Revenge, both of you, put some clothes on. It's grey and miserable. It is moistened. Absolutely moistened outside. I'm surprised you're not catching a death, catching a horrible chill out there. Good Lord. Come on now. Calm down. Yes, it's time for Dream Daddy Chums, where we're going to be jumping back into the joys of Dream Daddy, the daddy dating simulator. All right. Please be aware that this is the first time that I've probably played through the game properly. And I have no idea what's fucking coming. I have no idea what is coming. So please, no hints, no tips, no spoilers. The less I know about the game, the happier I am as a human being. And yeah, we may well finish it today. We may well finish it today. See how the day goes on. But I'm feeling positive. I'm feeling like we may well finish it today. Yeah. And then we'll do something else next week. You know. Is Moistened here too? Oh my god. We're having a quite sexy time. We might do. Who knows? Do you know what I mean? Feel like we're all growing closer to Valen. Too close. Too close. You know? All of it. Midamon, how you doing? Too dreamy. Too dreamy. Far too fucking dreamy. Right, let's jump into the... No, wrong one. Wrong one. There we go. That's all right. It's fine. It's all right. It's okay. It's all right. I can edit out in post. Nobody saw nothing. Nobody saw nothing. It's fine. It's all right. It's okay. Here we are, jumping into the game, you know? So, in regards to dads, big quick recap for those people that may, in the VOD, have skipped over to this point in the VOD and just decided to go through. Quick recap, we have not dated Joseph or Craig. So we haven't dated Evangelical Dad or Sports Dad yet. We are on our first dates for Hugo, which is Teacher Dad, Red Flag Robert, which is the terrifying Red Flag Dad, Damien, Goth Dad, and Brian, competitive builder Dad. And we're on our second date for Matt. In amongst all of this, Amanda has been our darling daughter Amanda has been going through all of her own little troubles, and we have been there for her as best as we are possibly able to do so. So I have been told by the chat that the third date is like done. All right. So it's three dates and done. All right. Which means that this may well be the last stream that we do of the of it. So it may well be the last VOD of it. But we're gonna see how it goes on. We're gonna see how we get on. I feel like we're gonna do another couple of second dates. And I will put it to the community for you people to vote onto who we date second. Who we do another second date on, and then depending on time, we may do a third date. We may finish it all off. And again, I'll put it to the community to vote for. So who it is you feel like could be a good partner for us, and who you feel would be a good father figure for our darling daughter Amanda, who is definitely the most important person here. All right. Oh, I got a package. I wonder what it is. Oh, I bet it's that package of socks I ordered. Would have some good socks. I open up the box and start pulling out the packing peanuts. Pulling the packing peanuts out. Man, these socks reek. Okay. That's definitely not socks. It's butterflies? Oh boy. I almost don't even want to know what Amanda was planning on doing with these. How's it going, Hellkitten? How you doing? Hey, Amanda! Your box of dead butterflies is here. What's up? Are you sacrificing them to some unknown Cthulhu entity? What? You ordered butterflies. Hey. You can order dead butterflies online. Oh, you can order dead butterflies online? Wait. So these aren't yours? No. I'm definitely ordering some right now. Okay. Love you. It's Damien. They've come to the wrong address. Or either Damien has ordered them for us, or they've come to the wrong address. And we are going to be doing this. I've just realized as well that my little thing is too high. Boop, 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 boop. So that we're not covering people's faces. There we go. We're all good. Don't want to be covering people's faces, you know? I take the box. I take a look at the box again. Oh. This is addressed to Damien's house. Okay, so we're going to go say hi to Damien. Bring the box to Damien. Give the box to Amanda. Oh, bring the box to Damien. We will give the box to Damien. We are good neighbors. I should take it over to him. I jog over to Damien's house with the box. I pull back his door knocker, but suddenly the door opens. Mr. Thwizzard, what do I owe the pleasure? Whoa! How did you know I was about to knock? I don't know. Oh, okay. Anyways. I think this got delivered to my house by mistake. Oh, all of the penis emojis. Just give her the ones you have. No, we are good neighbors, Niburin. We are good neighbors. She wants some, she can order some, and I will happily give them to her. You know, I'm happy to pay for them. I'm a happy-go-lucky scamper for dad. But we are good neighbors. We'll give them back to the people that ordered them. You know? Unless you sit on them. Exactly, right? I had to do a project for biology where I collected dried and pinned indigenous insect species. They do smell bad in bulk. Oh, I can imagine. I can imagine. Because there's no way to, like with taxidermy and shit like that, you, like, fill the body and treat the body to make sure it doesn't smell. But with bugs, you can't really do that, to my knowledge. Do you know what I mean? Used to work in an insectarium. Oh, my lordy. That sounds exciting. I hand him the box and his face lights up. Oh, what a wonderful surprise. I was just about to send a strongly worded letter to the courier service about this. Many thanks. Not to pry, but what are you going to do with those butterflies? Would you like to see? Alarm bells ringing in my head. This is how you die, filth wizard. Sure. Damien leads me to his study, where he set up some sort of workstation. Above his desk is a wall of pinned butterflies, moths, and beetles. We've already seen this wall on our first date with Damien. Have we just forgotten? Have we just forgotten this, you know? Oh, wow. That's really something, Damien. Oh. I'm quite proud of my little collection. You do all of this yourself? Of course. I find it rather relaxing. How do you... Oh, I'm now too low. I'm cutting off Filth Wizard's head. That'll do. This is what I get for messing around with my, what I get for messing around with my own fucking setups and shit, you know? God damn it. There we go. There we go. Damien is so cute, right? There's definitely a joyous fashion style about him that I thoroughly enjoy, you know? How do you... It's simple. Here, let me show you. These aren't quite ready yet. They'll need to be rehydrated overnight, so they're easier to work with. I have some over here that are ready to pin. Damien takes a seat at his desk while I hover behind him. He picks up a little triangular paper package and snips off the edges. He pulls out an all-black butterfly and shows it to me. Oh. I'm rather excited about this one. It's a turquoise swallowtail. He gently opens the wings, spreading the butterfly out on the table. The backs of the wings are a gorgeous iridescent green color. Oh, and the pigment on this one is so nice too. Anyways, pinning a butterfly is actually very simple. It just requires a delicate touch. First, I'll put a pin through the thorax. Damien slides a pin through the middle of the bug and places the butterfly onto a piece of styrofoam. He carefully arranges the antennae with forceps and begins placing paper and more pins on and around it. He does this so effortlessly that it's almost hypnotic. Is he very excited to show you his Pokemons? Definitely. That's exactly what it is. Because you've got to collect them all, right, Eulaby So Fresh? I swear I can speak today. I have a frame. Oh, I have a frame here that I think this one will look quite pretty in, but I'll need it to let it sit for a couple of days until it's ready. And then what? How's it going, Biohazard? How you doing? I'll remove all of the pins, and I'll put it on display with the others. I take a closer look at Damien's collection. One with bright blue wings keeps drawing my eye. This one's so pretty. Damien takes it off the wall. Ah, yes. That's a blue Morpho, one of my favorites too. He hands the small frame to me. Here, I think this would look lovely in your home. Oh, I couldn't take this. I insist. Believe me, I have more than enough. Thank you. If you ever have an interest in pinning some insects yourself, you know where to find me. I think I'll leave that up to you. I feel like I'll probably break them in half with my butterfingers. Nonsense. You have beautiful, steady hands. You would make a fine taxidermist. Am I blushing? How's it going, JB? How you doing? Unfortunately, I can't stick around, but I figured I would stop by and wish you all a good day. No worries, JB. Thanks very much for stopping by. I very, very much appreciate it. Randomly, I have butterfly frame wall. It's lovely and doesn't come with creepy Damien, luckily. Creepy Damien's only creepy if you see him as creepy, you know. I see him as far more uncertain, like socially uncertain.
Yeah,
he feels a bit uncomfortable, you know.
Most kind.
Dr. K. Ross coming in here, gifting us up to Daddy. Oh my god. Just working out how many dad jokes I can redeem. Oh, Biohazard, forget the dad jokes. The suggest a dare. Recommended party dare is returned to our wonderful realms for the partner party on the 12th of April. Partnerversary party on the 12th of April. Dr. K. Ross, thank you very much for giving that sub to Daddy. Daddy, I have inscribed your name upon the mirror vein. By having your name upon the mirror vein, it means you get access to I am fucked indeed, Biohazard. By having your name upon the mirror vein, it means you get access to my personal Snapchat, not a bum Snapchat, you cheeky devil. And of course, you get access to all the sexy little emotes. But the most important thing is you go roll over every morning, look in the mirror, and go, God, I look rough. But goddamn, do I make rough look good. Ooh, sexy. Ooh, yes, meow, you know? How's it going, Dr. K? How you doing, you beautiful individual? Hope you're doing well. Put the mirror back because it's a big fucking chunky one. Dead bug acquired. Am I blushing? Damien walks me to the door and gives me a warm smile as I leave. Do take care of yourself, Phil. And thanks for allowing me to share my odd little hobby with you. It is an odd little hobby, but we're all right.
You've got dads.
You've got dads. So, friends, here we go. This is it. This is the point where we're in for it. We're going for a second date with somebody. New poll. There we go. New poll. Second date. So we've got Brian, the wonderful do bits and pieces one. We've got Red Flag Robert. We've got Damien. I should probably put all of the things there. So Brian is Fix It Dad. Red Flag Robert can stay as Red Flag Robert because we all know who he is. Goth Dad. And Hugo. Teacher Dad. And then, yeah, Joseph and Craig, we have not done thingies. Stop, Paul. 1 minute. Let's go. Which dad do you want us to date next, dear chums? We have Brian, our fix-it dad, the competitive nature with a delightful daughter. We have Red Flag Robert, who is terrifying in all of his delightfully wily ways. We have Damien Gothdad, who we have just seen has an interesting fascination with taxidermied bugs, and yet is quite bashful in so many other varieties. We also have Hugo, teacher dad, who on our first date managed to get a child to not steal a penguin from the aquarium. The choice is yours. As for Craig and Joseph, I just don't give a shit. I just don't care. I'm sure they have their own redeeming qualities in their own ways, but do you know what I mean? Damien is giving Peter Steele vibes. Yes, I completely agree with that. Very threaten me with a good time, will you vibes? Biohazard gets well and truly into that. So, oh, Damien. 73% of you said Damien. All right. Damien Bloodmarch. How do you do? I have finally decided to join this information superhighway. I'm not entirely sure how this works, but I will try my best to understand. I love long strolls through graveyards and spending my time with my son. If you would ever like to chat about the latest in Victorian fashion, the inevitability of our own demise, or black cats, please send me a letter. Listen to true crime podcasts on Friday night while I taxidermy my newest specimens. If I had to take one thing with me to a desert island, it would be a coffin. My turn-ons are pronouncing bosom correctly. What about when I grew up? Oh yes, I definitely wanted to be a bat when I grew up. I mean, can you not tell by my wardrobe? Come on. I love a good forensic art house horror movie. My ideal date, it's night. We are at an industrial darkwave club in Berlin. The music drums to the beat of our hearts. Oh, how exquisite. What do I never leave home without? My upside-down cross. Not necessarily because of the Satanism side of things, but the St. Peter side of things, you know? And I spend a lot of time thinking about mortal salience. Let's give him a message. You know? Is Chunk going to be around on the party day? I need him for the first date? Maybe. I'll have to check with him. I'm not entirely sure. Forensic? Forensic. Are you asking like what that means, Nibirin? Forensics is like the science of death in a in like a police kind of things. Do you know what I mean? Conduct a taste test, challenge blindfold, where you sample various foods. Oh my god. Biohazard. Biohazard has come in with a fucking vengeance with that dare. Jesus Christ. It said foreign. Did I say forensic? Well, that's alright. Too late now. It's now canon. They watch forensic movies. Forensic art house movies. Alright? It is now canon. We are sticking with it. They watch movies of forensic variety. How you would do a forensic art house movie, I've got no idea, but it's too late. It's too late, all right? So lyrics from Mr. Blobby in a serious black and white way. Oh my god, right. Thanks, Stupedia. I had a lot of fun hanging out with Damien the other day. I wonder what he's up to. I open up Dad Book and start writing him a message when Amanda walks in the door. Huh. Dad, you got a letter. Oh? Is it from Grandma? No, it's from Damien. Whoa. Can I see it? Amanda hands me a piece of old parchment, folded into an envelope, and sealed with purple wax. Damn, the dude really goes all out. I'm quite sure that Rule 34 applies to this one. That doesn't surprise me. That doesn't surprise me at all. When I've been looking for like graphics, Dream Daddy graphics for the thumbnails for the VOD, the VODs that we put on VODs and Vanity YouTube channel, that has been an eye-opening experience for how many people have made fan art of these dads. You know? I pry off the seal and unfold the letter. In the most beautiful calligraphy, the letter reads, Dearest Phil, I hope you'll find my continued correspondence endearing. Rather than trying, One can only hope that my use of the slower, more traditional form of communication will showcase my sincere and earnest sentiment that I greatly enjoyed our time together. I write this hastily, under the warm embrace of excitement, fearful that I may misstep and speak toward something unwelcome. For now, I hope that you might forgive my boldness. I will simply say that your company has greatly occupied my thoughts. While the afternoon may have been derailed by forces unforeseen, your companionship helped a great deal. Not only in the discipline of my child, but in the morale of my spirit. And for that, I thank you. That said, Phil, if you'll allow me, it would mean the world to me if I could enjoy more of your time. Perhaps a trip to the cinema, followed by a moonlit stroll, would be to your taste. I eagerly await your response. With great respect, D. Bloodmarsh. Amanda and I both look up from the letter. Wow. He's good. So you're going to catch a movie with him? Yeah? I better message him on Dadbook and let him know. Amanda slaps my laptop shut. You have to write him back. A real letter. But my handwriting looks like two toddlers fighting over a crayon. Hey. Dad, you have to. He wrote you a letter. That is so cool. Oh, will you help me? I need to class this up. Father, I was made for this. Here's what you do. Find tickets to a show that you two will like, and then enclose them in the letter. Oh, that is classy. Amanda and I hop onto my laptop and peruse showtimes. He doesn't seem to like a romantic comedy. He doesn't seem like a romantic comedy kind of guy. Hey. Oh, here's one. Vampire Crusade 2. Yeah. Evil never dies. Oh, I don't know. That sounds kind of stupid. Huh? Actually, it's a critically acclaimed exploration of the ennui of existence. Ennui of existence. It really turns the vampire trope on its head. Really? Nah, there's just a lot of blood and vampire titties. Gotta love some vampire titties. Just want to squish him and smoosh his cheeks? Definitely a keeper. Once sent my mum a telegram for her birthday. She was not amused. That's a shame, Dot. That is a shame. I will say, I'll openly say that I definitely write letters. Not very often. Not very often, by any stretch of the imagination. But I've definitely, written McSteffels a letter. Because I know that it means a lot to her, you know? There is something... the fact that somebody will sit down and write a letter is romantic, yes, but it also signifies the amount of effort they are prepared to put into expressing their appreciation for you. Not necessarily love, because you could write letters to friends and what have you, but yeah, I can get on it. First dibs on rejecting Damien. Purple Bat, you really don't like Damien, do you? It's no, he's creepy, fucking weird. I'm growing on it. You know what I mean? Or he's growing on me. Cheeky, A well-considered gift. Yeah, exactly. And one that has more value than monetary gifts, I find. Because if somebody is taking the time to sit down, think about what they want to say, and physically write it out in this day and age... naturally, I'm that dickhead. I am very much the Damien dickhead of write it on nice paper, seal it with a wax seal. That is exactly the kind of shit that I do. In fact, I have my wax seal right here. My wax seal right there. It's what it's about. It's what it's about. You know what I mean? Give him to me. Well, we'll see. The vote will be towards you, friends. Letters in this economy. I know, right? I'll take him if he's missed the... Oh, I do. I mean, I'll take him if he missed the third date. Oh, I see. I see what's going on here. Purple Bat getting us to reject him just so that Purple Bat can have them. Well, let's roll the dice. Oh. I purchase the tickets and print them out. Then sit down at the table with Amanda to try and draft a nice letter. I start writing. Damien, Hey, good morrow to you on this fine eve. Oh yeah, if we're gonna go pretentious, we are gonna go all in pretentious. Good morrow to you on this fine eve. Not sure if that checks out, but it looks fine to me. What's next? Remember when your son tried to cask of Amontillado? Oh man. Oh, Amontillado, isn't it? There's no L. Amontillado, that kid. You've been good. I must confess of my amateur control of the written word. Yep, 100%. Geez, Dad, have some faith in yourself. Okay, we're trucking along. Let him know how you're feeling. That Ernest shit was pretty messed up. I did very much enjoy the adventure we found ourselves on on the last we met. You find me in good spirits, for I felt very much in the same after our last encounter. Ooh. Yeah, let's love it up a little bit. Let's love it up a little bit. Nice. Ask him to hang out already. True art takes time, Amanda. Exactly, you will be so fresh. Exactly. On a strange turn of events, I found myself enamored of the situation at hand. Like Bruegel's landscape with the fall of Icarus, I found myself lost in your details. No. Let me get out that. Bring it home, Pops. Let me take you out. I got 2 tickets to the movies. I would very much enjoy your company. Accompanying me to the cinema. It would bring me great pleasure to escort you to the cinema. Yeah. That one. Smooth. Calling it the cinema is a classy move. Enclosed, you'll find 2 tickets to Vampire Crusade 2, Evil Never Dies, which I am sure you will find both titillating and enjoyable. Best wishes, hard daps, namaste, we'll carry on. Best wishes. And then I signed my name. My full name. Fancier that way. The le titillage is strong. Exactly. Especially in this one that's just full of blood and tits, apparently. Phil Wizard. I've signed the letter Filth Wizard. Oh my god. Is this okay? Amanda reads over my sloppy handwriting. It really is like 2 toddlers fighting over a crayon. You spelled his name wrong. What? Nah, just trying to keep you on your toes. Now all you have to do is seal it and put it in his mailbox. Can I seal it with tape? Yes. That's not authentic enough. I have an idea. I'll be right back. At least it's not Comic Sans. That is true. That is true. It is perfectly legible. That has to be said, you know. Better than handwriting than mine. My handwriting is pretty awful. Although I will say, my handwriting has got better since writing the names on the Mirror of Vane. When somebody subscribed writing the name on the Mirror of Vane, my handwriting has got better because at least then, like 3 days a week, I'm normally writing something, you know. Amanda leaves the room and returns with a candle, a lighter, and a small piece of wood. Gotta have a wax seal. She lights the candle, which starts to burn down and form a pool of melted wax. What's the other thing? Amanda pours some of the wax onto the folded letter and expertly presses the piece of wood into it. She lets it dry for a second and then pulls the wood away, revealing... Here it is, your sigil. A little kitten with a bow on its head. Awesome. Scrapbooking stuff always comes in clutch. Well, I guess all there is to do is deliver it to his doorstep now, huh? Oh, I thought we were getting a carrier pigeon to do it. I already called my guy. I have a pigeon guy. Marcus has the good pigeons. Don't get your pigeons from Anthony. They're no good. I don't want to know if any of this is true. I head outside and walk over to Damien's house. I slip the letter into the slot in his door and go back home. Look at Damien's ominous-looking building. How is your wrist after writing all those names from the other day? Oh, hell, kitten. It was achy for the beginning of Tuesday. It's not so bad now. It's not so bad now. But the beginning of Tuesday, when I'd just written them all down, was, yeah, there was definitely a powerful ache about it, you know? At least it was Hello Kitty and not big challenges. You see, yeah, I've definitely got a couple of them. A couple of signets. A couple of, what are they called? Seals, you know? Longest workout the wrist ever had? Not a fucking chance. Let's not even lie about this biohazard. Furious. Anyway. I head outside. Oh yeah, we've done this. Mission accomplished? Now we play the waiting game. The night finally rolls around where I'm supposed to meet with Damien. The next day, he had left another beautifully crafted letter thanking me for mine and agreeing to the evening. Amanda helps me pick out a nice outfit, and I show up to the theater a little bit early. It's a chilly night, and the theater is kind of crowded, but it's still nice. How do you do? I jump at the sound of his voice and turn around to see Damien right behind me, appearing at the crack of thunder. I love the way that I put on a nice outfit, which is exactly the same as all of my other outfits. You almost gave me a heart attack. How long were you there for? I don't know. I just walked up. My apologies for frightening you. Was that thunder? Is it gonna rain soon? I didn't hear anything. What?
Huh. What?
What? Regardless, the hour grows close. Shall we take our seats in the cinema? I must thank you again for purchasing our tickets. Please, allow me to repay the deed in Sour Patch Kids, or perhaps Milk Duds. Damien is literally magic, I know, right? Let's do it. We get in line to buy snacks. As we're waiting, I hear a familiar voice behind us. I am dreading who this could be. Ugh, my dad's here. I turn around to find Lucian standing a few feet behind us with a gaggle of other goth kids.
Oh.
Lucian, how nice to see you. I didn't know you were coming to the theater. I'm glad to see you spending some quality time with your friends. Whatever, Dad.
Oh.
What movie will you be attending tonight? My friends are making me see some kids movie about talking animals, and I don't really care about it.
Oh.
Well, I do hope you enjoy your evening. We'll be watching Vampire Crusade 2, Evil Never Dies.
Oh.
You watching that? Yes. I thought that Damien would enjoy it. Good luck with that, Dad. Lucian rejoins his friends, and I look over to Damien. Good luck with what? It's nothing. My son loves to tease. Classy shit there. Buying concessions for us. Exactly, right? We bought the tickets. Slides in with the let me repay the favor. Always good, do you know what I mean? Always getting me quite good. Well, I read that as bum. The R and the N definitely goes in for the bum. Do you know what I mean? We'll go for it. We wait in line for a little longer and Damien buys us snacks. He seems a little nervous. I wonder what's wrong. He doesn't like blood and titties.
Huh.
Damien and I take our seats and settle in for the previews. Glancing at him, I can see that he's sweating profusely and gripping his armrest. Is everything okay? Everything is perfectly fine. I'm so, excited for this film. I'm a devout patron of the arts, especially the scary arts. The scarier the art, the better. Do you have a favorite horror film? Of course I have a favorite horror film. Mine is Halloween Town. Terrifying. He hates scary movies, which is hilarious because I'm pretty sure on Dad Book it said that he was really into foreign art house horror movies. I thought that was the thing. Do you know what I mean? Trials and Tribulations of Kemming. If you don't know, bad kerning is called Kemming. Because that's what that looks like. Oh, all of this reference is so far over my head. I don't know what any of that means. You know? Halloween Town was filmed in Canada. I was about to say, Halloween Town is ringing bells as like a kid's movie. Oh. Interesting.
Huh.
That's odd. I don't seem to remember Halloween Town being that scary. I would have expected him to bring some sort of strange foreign horror film that I'd never heard of. Damien's knuckles are turning white. It looks like he's about to rip the armrest off. Wait a second. Damien, are you afraid of horror movies?
What?
You must be joking. I love horror movies. The light dims for the film. Definitely afraid of horror movies. Kerning is letter spreading. Letter spacing. If you squish it together right now, it looks like an M. Oh, the spacing between the letters. Okay, I see. That today I learned. Today I learned.
Ah!
Damien screams. I apologize. I was thinking about something far scarier than this movie, which is not scary at all. We settle in as the film starts. I offer Damien some licorice, and he takes one. I take note of how much his hands are shaking.
Ugh.
The title flashes across the screen in bloody letters. Vampire Crusaders 2. Evil Never Dies.
Huh.
A pale man with long silver hair, glittering red eyes, and well-oiled abs sits up in a coffin. Awaken, my Kevin. Romulus Bad Blood. He's scared. Hold him. Exactly. That's what I need to do. Two more vampires slide the top of their stone coffins onto the floor. Brother, is it time? Yes, husband, but also mortal enemy. It is time. The three look at each other, and then to the camera. For the Vampire Crusade. This rules. The trio of vampires fly off into the night as foreboding organ music plays in the distance. I somehow get lost in the movie. As dumb as it sounds, it's actually a pretty fun flick.
Ah!
We get to a tense moment of the movie where Romulus Trueblood sits at the truce meeting Oh my god. Sits at a truce meeting with the general of the human army, whose wife Romulus has fallen in love with. Romulus, it is good to finally meet you. General, I agree. It is good to finally blood you. Good to finally blood you. All right? Romulus leaps out and slashes the general's throat. Blood splatters all over everything, including the camera. Damien screams again, reflexively grasping my arm. I immediately blush, forgetting about any vampires or blood or vampiric blood.
Oh my.
Oh, I'm terribly sorry. Damien retracts his hand and places it back on his lap. I was, writing a novel in my head about blood magic, and I got into an extremely scary section. Damien goes back to quietly stressing out over the movie. It's kind of cute that he won't admit that he's afraid of it. I wish he'd hold my hand again. You know? This is how you use your masters in publishing, by educating us on the kerning, you know? Maybe I could do something to try and make him feel more comfortable. I've got it. I'll do what all dads do best. Talk during the movie. I hate myself right now. I hate my own character right now. Tell a dad joke. Point out a plot hole. Ask what is happening. Point out a plot hole. Did you notice how that guard fired 7 bullets, but his gun only holds 6 bullets? Yes. It is absolutely unforgivable from a filmmaking standpoint. It's almost unwatchable. It's funny how it's so much easier to point out tiny mistakes in the works of others than it is to actually go and create your own thing, huh? Hey, look! That's an anachronism. The rest of the movie goes by relatively smoothly, with only a few whimpers from Damien. Maybe he would have liked the romantic comedy better. We get to the final scene of the movie, where Romulus Badblood and the General's wife embrace each other in his crypt. It appears that the true Vampire Crusade was the Vampire Crusade in our hearts. Our cold, unbeating hearts. Romulus and the General's wife begin making out hard. The film fades to black and the end appears on the screen. But then it hard cuts to Demetrius and his rival lover Carmela, who watch the other two from afar. How's it going, Brentley? How you doing? Not at the cinema, I know. Who would speak during the entire fucking movie? It's the worst. It's the worst. How you doing, Brentley? How's it going? Long time no see. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing well. Oh no. Twist ending. Our bloodline has been pure for 1,000 years. Romulus has betrayed us by loving a human woman. It will only be a short time before the next Vampire the Crusade 3. Evil must die again. More thunder, more ominous organs. The movie fades out again. And bloody question marks now accompanies the end? Question mark? Good. Got some time off work tomorrow. You level up tomorrow? You level up tomorrow, Brentley? Oh, are you doing anything amazing for your birthday? Doing anything fun for your birthiversary? Damien and I walk out of the movie theater amidst the throngs of chattering moviegoers. He's a little more pale than I remember, but otherwise he survived the encounter. He even seems kind of invigorated. What an interesting film. While the premise admittedly struck me as a pedestrian, I was intrigued by its harrowing love story and the great attention to detail in regards to vampiric lore. Yeah, it was pretty good. A lot more vampire tits than I thought there was going to be. Last year, before I have to say I'm old, you'll be 49? That's amazing. That is amazing, Brentley. You doing anything special for it? You gonna go out and do something to celebrate? How you doing, Semba? Hello, you cheeky devil. Come. The night is young. Let us take a stroll. Damien is making a point of not telling me where he is taking me. Still, I'm enjoying the walk and the cool night air. Being alone here with Damien is a lot better than being in a crowded theater. You ain't dead yet? Good to hear it. Hey now, none of this old business. Nothing old about it. Nothing old about it, you know? Not sure yet because we're getting some storms coming in, so playing it by ear. Entirely fair. Entirely fair. My sisters have just invited... my sisters and my mother have just invited McSteffels out for a spa day on the very weekend that is our anniversary. I was like, you couldn't have picked a better time, you bastards. I don't think they realized it was our anniversary, but I do find it entertaining. Lovely night, isn't it? As lovely as the company. Yes. I'm blushing again. He thinks I'm lovely. Damn. Okay, here comes the smooth response. Thanks. Cool. Okay. Thanks. No problem. Crushed it. fucking yes. We both stand there feeling a little awkward. I sure am one smooth operator. Smooth. Exactly, Eula. Are you getting a little hungry? Maybe we could stop off and grab something to eat. You know, while we're in the town, around these parts and what have you.
Huh.
Worry not, friend. I have a plan. We turn the corner and are greeted by the gates of a cemetery. What? Are we going in there? Guy in the game looks like a player. Kind of guy who knocks up some girl and then ghosts her. This guy is the pinnacle opposite of player. This guy is socially awkward as fuck. Literally has all of the aesthetic of I am super confident, and then gets asked one question. He's like, I have got no idea. I have no idea how to play out how confident that I look. Spooky in the sweet way. Though saying that, I will say that in the 90s, this is exactly the kind of outfit that the most confident of gothic people wore. And I behaved exactly like that, actually, Brentley. Very much, I'm super confident, I'm super gothic, I'm going to get all sexy times, and then I'm going to leave. Yeah, 100%. 100%. But I will say that none of the dads are players. The closest you get is like Red Flag Robert, and that's because he's full of fucking red flags. Do you know what I mean? So it looks like he has wood now. I mean, it's a good question. But I think, if I remember correctly, it has been confirmed by the developers that this character, that Damien, is actually a trans man. So that might just be a packer. It might just be a fake penis element of it. Do you know what I mean? Your kind of date, 1000%, right? I'm in a messing with folk mood today. You are doing well today, Brentley. Winding up chat like nobody's business. Really cool. Yeah. They're very, very trans inclusive in this game, which is fantastic to see. There's a significant crossover with theater kid fuckboy types. Yes. Yeah. Damien is trans canonically. Yeah. Didn't know the dude was trans. Don't beat me up. Oh no, not all, Brentley. Not all. Like I said, there's literally nothing giving it away. It's just really nice that they are inclusive like that. You know, that they've actually got like for starters, like our character is a trans dad. We put it to the vote whether they were going to be cisgendered dad or a trans dad, and the vote came in that trans. So we've gone well and truly for that. And the other dads, there's literally nothing saying that they're cisgendered or transgendered. It is just out there, and the devs have confirmed that Damien himself is actually a trans man, which is really fucking cool. You know what I mean? Just saying, he has look sizes on me. He certainly has got a certain wrinkle going on in the trousers. It has to be said. Do you know what I mean? You know, you can still have opinions about a character even though it's trans. Oh yeah, 100%, 100%. You know. Phil's hand down his pants. Phil fucking wishes. Definitely does. It's currently taxidermy. Got a trans woman who works for you and is cool as hell. I blow her crap all the time. She never takes offense. That's cool. That's cool. I'm glad that she doesn't. Are we going in there? A little bit of Victorian flavor, Phil. Trust me. Okay, we're off to the cemetery. We're off to the cemetery with 90s porn music. Just casually throwing out the 90s pornography music. Just, you know, we're off to go shag on a tombstone. I'm a bit nervous, but Damien hasn't led me wrong yet. I follow his lead and we walk into the cemetery. The statues of angels stare down at us as we follow the path through the faded tombstones. Porn picnic? Porn Nick? All I'm saying is I got something Damien can eat. Porn in a graveyard, very creepy. Yeah, and yet I know a lot of people that have shagged in graveyards. Including me, actually. Fucking hell, that was a memory that I had long forgotten. Jesus Christ. Okay. Swiftly moving on. As we crest a small hill, we get a beautiful view of the city. The night lights sparkle around us. I've got to hand it to him. For being in a cemetery, this is strangely romantic. Very Addams Family-esque, all right? And no one was surprised. Core memory unlocked? Fucking yeah, just an old school one. It was a very overgrown cemetery. It's like an old Victorian cemetery that's massively overgrown with loads of trees and stuff. So it's like part forest area, part graveyard. Fucking old memory of that. Jesus Christ. How's it going, Duchess Demona? How you doing? Reminds me of a line from Blazing Saddles. Cattle stampeding, not much of a crime, and we did it through the Vatican. Oh, kinky like that? Oh, yeah. If I could, I definitely would. The Vatican, that would like be a fucking tick box exercise for me. It has to be said. Has to be said.
Oh.
Picnicking in the graveyard's an old Victorian tradition. An appropriate finish to an evening after a vampire movie, wouldn't you say? With a flourish, Damien produces a blanket and a picnic basket. From where? How did nobody spot the picnic basket in the theater? He is actually a vampire and has magic. See, magic, I know, right? Wait, where were you hiding that? Under my cloak. Oh, right. Damien unfolds the blanket and we both sit down, gazing out at the city lights. He produces a bottle of red wine and a fine selection of cheeses.
Oh.
In the Victorian era, there were no public art galleries, parks, or botanical gardens to speak of. Once rural graveyards became more popular alternative to church burials, they became the only place that people could see beautiful plant life and fine sculptures. That makes sense. This is pretty nice. I have a question though. How are you so okay with being in a graveyard, but you had trouble handling a scary movie?
What?
I wasn't. He sighs deeply. Okay, yes. I was extremely scared by that movie. I was not writing a book about blood magic in my head. I've never been good at those. I just feel as if because of how I look and act, people expect me to love horror movies, so I must play the part. Truth be told, I don't know if I have the constitution for them at times. Damien, I am so sorry. If I'd have known, I would never have I would have suggested another movie. It's quite all right. I actually did find myself enjoying this one, thanks to your help.
Oh.
Graveyards, however. I think there's something rather beautiful about death. Cemeteries are traditionally built away from cities, away from the realm of the living, and it keeps us rather separated from it. To acknowledge death and become comfortable with it, I think, gives us a certain intimate knowledge of ourselves.
Oh.
To sit amongst generations of those who came before us, to be truly alive in the midst of so much death, brings me great comfort.
Oh.
Death helps me appreciate life, to savor every second. We sit and we enjoy our food and wine. I don't feel scared anymore. Never thought I'd be comfortable sitting alone in a graveyard at night, but I actually feel pretty peaceful. No worries, Biohazard.
Huh.
Suddenly, it doesn't seem like we're alone. Off in the distance, a shadowy figure in the trees. Oh, I see a shadowy figure in the trees. Dum 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 dum. Also, Damien's pants, a summer sausage. Firm believer that we need to bring back cemetery picnics. Having lunch with the deceased loved ones, somewhat healing to you. Oh, that's good. It's really, really nice of you to consider it. I never really considered it. Like, for me, once somebody's died, the thing that made them worth knowing isn't there anymore. And so I can't say that I have ever visited graves. Never really done that. Never really done that, you know. Friends, an advert is about to be upon us. An advert is about to be upon us, you cheeky little devils, you. I'm going to take this opportunity to get up, have a stretch, and go visit the urination station, make myself another cup of tea. I encourage you to do the same, you cheeky little devils, you. Friends, get up, have a stretch your eyes, look at something in the distance, then look back again. Grab some kind of beverage, hot, cold, or if the time is permitting, flamboyant as fuck. If you haven't taken your meds today, take them now. Don't forget to take your meds. Don't forget to take your meds, you cheeky little devils, you. And if you are wearing a binder, don't forget to have a couple of deep breaths, stretch those lungs out, stretch those rib cages out, and never wear a binder longer than is medically recommended, which is approximately about 6 hours, all right? So, friends, get up, do what you need to do. I'll be back momentarily. Oh, hello. I'll be back momentarily when I've gone up and had a stretch. All right, all right, all right, all right, all right. Don't go anywhere. See you in a minute. Right, where was I? Definitely a keeper. Definitely a keeper. Oh, a flesh pedestrian. Exactly. One of those. A flesh pedestrian. Just casually wandering around and what have yous. I believe in redemption afterlife. I believe to remember the loved ones is to keep their spirit alive. So I try and visit mine when I can, but I can understand why people don't. Oh yeah, like for me, it's just like the thing that makes a person worth knowing is the connection you share with them, not the connection you share with their body. The connection you share with them as a person, you know. So when somebody dies, that like their shell remains here, you know. I still remember them, very much so, but I can understand why people like I'm on the opposite side. Like I don't need to go visit a grave to remember somebody, but I can understand why somebody does. I can understand why having that point of reference to remember somebody is there, you know. I'm a long-time tapophile. Long-time visiting graveyards and picnicking in cemeteries. Oh, I've never come across that word before. Don't have any post-mortality beliefs myself. I do have the memorial tattoo of my mom. Done by her in her totem. Oh, that's very, very cool. That's very, very cool. Follows me everywhere and her art gets praised by others. Oh, I love that. That's really, really cool. That's really sentimental. I like that. I like that. Put a picture in Discord if you would like to. Yeah, but please do so. I could do that. Not sure which part would be best fit. Whatever the image one is. I can't remember what the image one is. Beauty and fashion. Photography IRL. One of the two. Or even in Ego Boost images. Even in that one. That'll be alright. That would be all right. Bob Dreams, how you doing? Just after 8 a.m. here, so it's like waking up, start work and waking up. Entirely fair. Entirely fair. Well, you've come in just as we are about to jump back into the game. Getting up and what have I missed? What have you missed? We have decided to go on a date with Damien, who is the goth daddy. We went to see a horror movie and, well, first of all, the package was delivered to us by accident. Yeah, package was delivered to us by accident, and then we went and gave that to Damien. It was full of dead bugs, and Damien started teaching us how to do taxidermy. And then we decided to go on a date with them, but they'd already written us a letter, a missive. Went to see a scary movie. Turns out that Damien doesn't like scary movies. And afterwards, Damien has taken us for a walk through the graveyard, which is where we're at the moment. which is where we are currently at the moment. So, yeah, let us jump back into the wonderful world of Dream Daddy, the Daddy Dating Simulator, where we have just seen some assailants. Some assailants in the night. We were having a nice romantic time, and the assailants were there, in the distance. Shadowy figures. Are they the undead? Who knows? Suddenly, it doesn't seem like we're alone. Off in the distance, I see a shadowy figure in the trees. What is that? Going to do the graveyard smash? I fucking hope so. I mean, what? I was going to say something really disgusting then, and I decided not to, so be thankful, friends. It was pretty gross. My husband and family gave me the honor of making my baby brother-in-law's urn. Aww. For me, it was a way to honor and remember him. I love that. I love that. That's really sentimental, too. God, I need that sleep. Overslept really bad. I only won't regret missing this. That's all right. The VOD always exists, Bumbling Bee. YouTube.com/@VODs and Vanity. Look at me. Promoting and shit.
Ah!
I'm not sure.
Huh.
It noticed us. I'm paralyzed with fear as it begins lumbering slowly towards us. Its shape takes more of an animal form, more feral. I look to Damien for help, but he's just as afraid and transfixed as I am. I want to scream, but it's stuck in my throat. The creature is getting closer, moving faster. Oh.
Huh.
Oh. It's a dog? As it finally comes into the light, the friendliest, dumbest dumbest little Boston Terrier I've ever seen pulls its owner towards us.
Oh.
The dog trots over to Damien and sniffs his hand. Damien looks ecstatic. He ruffles the dog's fur happily. What a beautiful dog. Hey! We both look up, not expecting to see Robert. Red flag Robert. Is this how Robert is a dad? Is this how Robert is a dad? Hold on. Is this another red flag for Red Flag Robert? He's walking his dog in the graveyard while he buries Craig in an unmarked grave. Red Flag Robert. We have not seen any children of Red Flag Robert as of yet. Just a puppy. An interesting puppy. Is that how he's a dad? He's the dog dad, you know? Oh, he has a human child? All right. Well, we don't know anything about that yet, so let's no more spoilers, all right? Maybe his kid is dead. Maybe. Shit. I would feel so shit if that's the case. I would feel so shit. But we don't know that yet. So, thanks. Robert, what are you doing out here on this lovely evening? Hunting cryptids? What? What?
Oh.
I didn't know you had a dog.
Oh.
Oh, this isn't my dog. Ah, that's that whole entire thing's fucking spoiled. This isn't my dog. Found her wandering in the street, put a leash on her. And now we're walking around this graveyard together. Hunting cryptids. Damien and I share a look. May I give her a treat? Sure. Wouldn't give her cheese, though.
Huh.
Not to worry. Damien reaches into the depths of his cloak and produces a small dog treat. What else is he keeping in there? The dog laps up the treat and crunches away, tail wagging furiously. Damien continues to smooth down her fur. Thanks.
Hey.
My absolute pleasure. Damien shakes the dog's paw. Lovely to meet you, my friend. May our paths cross again. Robert and his dog disappear into the darkness again. Damien stares after them. His vicious pit bull. As a pity mom. Oh, I see ya. Dogs. Remember, friends, dogs are just dogs. They are dogs. They're dogs. They're dogs. They are not babies, but they're also not vicious, horrible fucking villains, all right? They have temperaments, but they can be trained like any other fucking dog. If there is a vicious, fucking horrible dog out there, it's definitely the fault of the owner. Dog breeds in and of themselves are not dangerous. You know? Well, would explain his dad. His flags? Yeah. Possibly. Duchess dinner with Robert and Craig. He said his dog was a vicious pity. Oh, did he? Oh, shit. I had forgotten that entirely. Definitely has a few hardcover / fanfics in this cloak. Oh, definitely. Definitely. Has to be said. You know? He missed it. Red Flag Robert. Yeah, Red Flag Robert is just fucking full of shit. So full of shit. His imaginary pit bull. Some dog breeds are dangerous to the dogs because they're unhealthy. Oh, that's true. That's very, very true. I didn't know you liked dogs. Victorians loved dogs, actually. Most Victorian women of high fashion would always be accompanied by a small dog, such as a terrier or a Maltese. I think big dogs are nice too. Yeah, man, dogs are cool.
Oh.
I do believe we've had enough excitement for one night. What say we make our way home? Damien hops to his feet and extends a hand to help me up. I gladly take it, as my knees aren't what they used to be. He packs up his picnic basket and leads us out of the graveyard. As we begin the walk home, I take one last look at the cemetery. It really is beautiful. Like a proper gentleman, Damien walks me to my doorstep. Thank you ever so kindly for your company tonight. Damien, it was my pleasure. Phil, if you'll allow me, it would bring me great joy to offer you a token of my affection. Damien reaches into a cloak and pulls out a folded, monogrammed handkerchief. He presses it into my hand. Wow. Thank you, Damien. I will use this to dry my tears for those I've lost. I can't wait to sneeze into this. I'm going to wave this at passing ships. We're leaning into the gothic. We're leaning into the gothic. Yes, all of the fucking penises. All of the penises. A noble purpose. Damien shuffles his feet. I just want to say that it's rare to find someone like you. Someone who's open to my eccentricities.
Oh.
It's nice to feel so accepted. Thank you. Damien gives my hand a quick squeeze. Damien blushes and hastily retracts his hand. I must take my leave. Good night. Before I can say anything, he's gone. Huh. I unlock the door and step inside. Like a whirlwind, Amanda runs from the window and plops down on the couch, trying to look nonchalant. Abused dogs get a pass. That is true. Abused dogs do get a pass. But they can also be trained with enough love and care and attention, you know? And the right owners. Hey, Dad. Huh. What's up? Were you watching me from the window? No, I was just, Okay, yes. How was the movie? Lots of vampiric titties. Told you. But, as it turns out, Damien is scared. Wait, Amanda doesn't need to know that. I'll keep it between me and Damien. Scary cool. Yep, he's so cool. It's scary. Nice save, Phil. Did you know that graveyards used to be places to throw parties? I think I'm misremembering that. Wow, that's pretty punk. Also, we saw a dog. Definitely thought it was a werewolf for a minute, though. How can you be so sure it wasn't a werewolf? How can you be so sure I'm not a werewolf? And how can I be so sure that you're not a werewolf? Amanda's eyes narrow. I don't trust you. Nor I you. We make intense, wary eye contact for a second. Anyway, I'm calling it for the night. Don't stay up too late, will you? I'll try not to howl at the moon past midnight. Date complete. S.
My dear friend,
Yeah,
you've
you
simply taken the egg
subscribed.
on this one.
Most kind.
Taking the egg is it's a Victorian phrase. It technically means winning, so, ultimately, you've won.
Thank you for ultimately me winning and your little conversation there. That's great. Gun safety. Nearly maxed out. Handy, 100%. Edwardian, Fang, nearly half. Rom-com, right up in there. Blood, we're doing all right. We're doing okay. It's doing all right. It's doing okay, you know. Maximum S rank, yeah? Maximum S rank. Dr. K. Ross, Dr. K. Ross. Thank you very much for giving that sub to Daddy Werewolf. Oh my lordy. I shall now inscribe their name upon the mirror of Vane. How you doing, Bexy Beans? How's it going? He looks so moody. It's all a facade. All a facade. He is very much a big old wuss. A very, very beautiful wuss. Daddy Werewolf. Daddy Werewolf, your name is now inscribed on the mirror of Vane, which means you get access to my personal Snapchat. Not a bum Snapchat, you cheeky devil. And of course, you get access to all the sexy little emotes. But the most important thing is you got to roll over every morning, look in the mirror, go, God, I look rough. But goddamn, do I make rough look? Ow. You get that one for free. Ooh, harra, sexy. Ooh, yes, woof. It's all in the execution there, Jazzagal. All in the execution. Gun safety. I don't know. I'm not entirely sure why gun safety was in there. Because we didn't shoot the little dog thinking it was a werewolf. That was where that came in, you know. How's the accepted name right after Tuesday? My wrist hurt for most of after Wednesday. No, it was Monday. Monday night was chaoticness, but yeah, my wrist's okay now. Tuesday it was achy, but it's all right now. Thank you very much. God damn, do I make rough look good? I was debating whether I go full dad joke and figured as we're playing Dream Daddy, I will allow myself to do that and still cringe a lot inside, you know? And still cringe a lot inside. As you do. It's a beautiful night, and the air smells so fresh, so I decide to take the long way home. I casually stroll through the neighborhood, taking in the sights and sounds of the suburban city, with a low crime rate and wide, walkable sidewalks at night. Haven't watched this since you first started playing it through, and I'm like, we got gun when? No, we have no gun apart from the one that we strap on to give people a real good scene to. You know. As I approach the bar, I can hear patrons inside cheering. Oh, I bet the game is on. I wonder if my team is playing tonight. A drop of water hits my head. And now it's lots of drops of water. It's pouring rain. Maybe I should wait this out inside. I order a beer from the bar and settle in. Turns out that my team isn't playing tonight, but I can certainly enjoy the game regardless. The bar is unusually crowded, and the feeling of camaraderie over a shared love for the game makes me smile. Sports are nice. Ken May coming in for their 10 streams in a row. Look at you streaking through here. It's far too cold and wet for you to be streaking all over the place for 10 streams. Good lord. Good lord. Nearly spitting my tea out. You are very welcome. Very welcome. I look over to the corner and spot none other than Moral Free Mary. We love Moral Free Mary. I actually have a lot of time for Moral Free Mary. I think she is completely and utterly misread and misunderstood. I think she's miserable as fuck, and I would love the option in the game for us to be allowed to be Mary's friend. Do you know what I mean? We're not sexually attracted to women, but it would be nice to be Mary's friend. You know? Curious about Phil and Craig's relationship because they were college buddies. I kind of want to be nosy about what they did in college. I mean, I will not be delving into that myself, but there will definitely be playthroughs of it on YouTube and shit like that, you know? I would be miserable too if my husband was Joseph. Well, this is the thing, Duchess Demona. This is the thing. All right? Oh, Bexy Beans, the digs at sports are fucking hilarious. The way this game is written is fucking amazing. Absolutely amazing. It's so well done. It's just like, go team, go sports. Look at my non-committal reference to the game. Yeah, I wonder if my team is on. Ooh, go, you know? Moral Free Mary sitting alone in a corner nursing a cocktail. Something about her seems different this time. Now that she's by herself and not hanging off some younger guy, she looks so sad. Fucking knew it. Fucking knew it. People think she's a boozy broad with a bit of a mean streak, but she's not actually the person that people think. I called it right at the fucking beginning, Eula. I called it right at the fucking beginning that Mary was in an unhappy marriage where she married the love of her life when because he used to be a fucking sailor or something. He had a tattoo of an anchor, which usually means he's some description of sailor. He used to be a bad boy. He used to be a lean, mean machine of a man. And she fell in love with him. He rode a motorbike and was a naughty, badass motherfucker. And then he found God. And by that point, they were already married. And now she's like, are you fucking for real? And that's what I think is going to happen with Mary. And I'm really, like, I didn't think we were going to find out more about Mary's story without Joseph. So I am genuinely interested to see where this goes. Do you know what I mean? Oh, like, hi, I'm pretending to be macho to overcompensate. Oh, yeah, that happens a lot in this game. That happens a hell of a lot in this game. I also think that Mary is fully aware that her husband is gay. And it's destroying her a little bit. You know? You know? She looks up and half-heartedly raises her glass to me before staring off into the middle distance. Say hi. I decide to go and say hello. I walk over to her booth. She doesn't look up. This seat taken? She still doesn't look up. I take the seat anyway, and she finally notices me.
Hey, sailor.
Hey, cowboy. You all right? Never better. She hiccups. I guess she's a little far gone. Tears start welling up in her eyes. Oh? Hi. Will you walk a gal home? Walk her home. I slide out of the booth. Seems like Mary's having some trouble getting up. I reach out a hand to help her, but she waves me away. I got it. She clearly does not got it. You know what? Hang out here for a second. I walk over to the bartender and pay Mary's tab. Hey, I don't know if you remember me, but I live in Mary's cul-de-sac. And I'm just making sure that she gets home safe tonight. I know you. Yeah, it's nothing weird, just... She usually has one of the bar staff walking her home, but I trust you. She doesn't, like, go home with... I don't really want to say it. One of the guys she meets. Nah. Nah. Ain't nothing. Huh. I head back to the booth. Mary stumbles out of the seat and directly into my arms. It's still raining a little bit. I take off my coat and hold it over Mary's head, because I'm a fucking gentleman. Alright? Mary is friends with Damien and Robert, so you get to know more about her as you date those guys. It really is a good game. Eula, I really appreciate the fact that you're keeping us up to date with what's going on, but I just remember that I like to discover shit by myself. Although we're probably not going to find out too much more now that unless people vote for Damien and what have you, or Robert for that matter. But just remember that I like to bumblefuck my way through and discover shit for myself, you know. It's a really good game, so I'm so glad you streamed it. I bought it immediately after the first session. Oh, I'm really glad to hear that. Neil trusts you not to put the sausage in her role. Effectively, yes. Effectively, yes. Trying to only reference things that have already happened for you in game. I appreciate that. I do appreciate that. But like I said, some things are kind of like more insinuative, and I'm just like, oh shit, yeah, never really thought about that. You know, he could be bi. He could be bi. That is true. Real dad's dad, even when he's not the dad. Oh yeah, 100%. My character, exactly how he should be. You know. Sitting on my hands until you're done playing. I very much appreciate that. I very much appreciate that. Such a gentleman. Let's get you home. Mary and I walk in silence up the street towards the cul-de-sac. I have no idea what to say to her, for fear that she might hit on me. Or not. What did the bartender mean by ain't her thing? Oh. Sorry you have to see me like this. I'm usually not... I know Joseph doesn't like it when I just sorry, alright? It's alright. I'm sorry if I'm ever mean to you. It's alright. Oh. No, it's not. No, I know it's not. I'm having to really... Oh, forget it. I'm tempted to make a wig of Val's character for Val to wear on stream. What do you mean, Phil? Phil Thwizzard? As his name is, you know? As we get to the cul-de-sac, I can feel Mary starting to slow down. By the time we arrive at the doorstep, she pulls me away from me. Wait, can we just... hold on. What's wrong?
Hey.
How about another drink? For old time's sake? Come on, Mary. Bedtime. Mary looks me up and down, giving me half smile.
Hey.
You're right. She pulls me in close for a hug, holding on to me for a little longer than feels appropriate. She mumbles into my chest. You're a good kid. Thanks for the company. Mary gives me a pat on the back, straightens out her sweater, and walks the rest of the way to the front door herself. Huh.
Welcome. You've got dads.
I don't want dads. I want a Mary. I want to go and hang out with Mary. I want to go for a coffee with Mary. I want to be like, hey, Mary, let's go for a coffee and chat shit. Because it looks like you need a friend that isn't alcohol dependent. Mary, my home slice, I feel you on a biblical level. Phil cosplay for you, Val? I'll take it. I'd be up for it. I could definitely do that, for sure. She's lonely, exactly. She's lonely, and like I said, I think she knows that her husband is of the homosexual variety, or at least bisexual, you know? How's it going, J2? How you doing? One of my sewing dreams would be making something for Valen. I'd have to find or retake measurements, but we can do it. We can do it. You know? Okay, you got dads. We've got a message up here from Damien and Hugo. Hey, are you up to anything tonight? Hugo and I were planning to go to the art walk downtown, and we're wondering if you would care to accompany us. I would normally write a letter longhand, but I've run out of distressed parchment paper. Whoa! Why can I see Damien and Hugo's chat? Am I a hacker? But I don't even have a hacker alias. The feds are gonna bust down my door any minute now. I've got to destroy this computer. Phil, this is a group chat? Oh, thank God. Do either of you guys know how to destroy a computer? You can run Derek's boot and nuke it from startup flash drive. But once you've done that, it's best physically destroyed to physically destroy the platters altogether. The Victorians were well versed in information security. Phil, do you want to go see some art or not? Art is good. Let's go see art. All of the art. Poor Phil not understanding group chat. Not a fucking chance. Like, I love how out of touch all of these dads are. Do you know what I mean? Often not understanding what is happening to him. Oh, all the time, Eula. All the fucking time. Completely and utterly gets thrown in the deep end in every situation, you know? Go see that art. Damien and Hugo invite me to the monthly art walk in downtown Maple Bay. I've never really been to one of these before, so I'm not quite sure what I'm in for. I think I'm here a bit early. I don't see Damien or Hugo around anywhere, and I feel just a little uncomfortable standing among all these fancy art people. Phil? I turn around. It's Joseph. Oh, Phil! I turn around and it's Joseph. Joseph, what are you doing here? Oh. Joseph scoffs at me. What am I doing here? How could you ask me that? I'm obviously a huge art appreciatist?
Ooh. Huh.
Okay, fine. Damien invited me to this art walk thing. I guess he invited you too. Yep. Admittedly, a little out of my depth here. Thank God, I thought it was going to be the odd one out. Are you allowed to say that? Say what? You know, thank God.
Oh.
Yep. Actually, get double points when I say it, since I remember. When I say it, since I'm a minister. The point gets you into heaven. That's how it works. Anyway, where are the guys? I look and spot Hugo and Damien, who seem to have just arrived at the gallery. Good evening. Good eve. Evening, friends. Who's ready for some art? This is going to be a fucking vocal roller coaster. But here we go. Art is dead, nothing is real. I have no idea what I'm in for. You know I am. You know I love looking at the paintings that are in frames and also paintings that aren't in frames. Art is good and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Well put, Phil. All you have to know is that if you're ever feeling overwhelmed, there's generally always a table that has free wine and cheese. I like art now. I've got the table in my sights. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm going to go help myself some tiny wines. Talk art with Hugo and Damien. And yet, get cheese with Joseph. I kind of want to find out more about Mary. And I really don't particularly like Joseph. I know what I'll do. I will put it to the vote. New poll. To art or not to art? Art? Cheese. Start poll. What do you think, friends? Should we go forth and discuss art with Hugo and Damien, or should we get cheese and tiny wines with Joseph? We are definitely wooing, in the process of wooing Damien. We don't really like Joseph, but we have definitely had a bit of a heart-to-heart moment with Mary, and I'm kind of intrigued as to whether this is because of a direct result of that, you know? But Damien, exactly. Cheese makes up for Joseph because cheese, exactly. I'm not a fan of Joseph. I don't like the weird, super happy dynamic of him, you know? You know? And the answer is cheese. 53% of you said cheese. I mean, 47% of you. It was a very tight vote, that one. But you got it. We'll go get cheese and tiny wine with Joseph. I think I need to cheese up before I delve into art appreciation. Good idea. Appreciating art does burn a lot of calories. Got to carb up on these crackers. Joseph and I sidle up to the snack table. There's a pretty nice spread of little plastic cups of white wine, some crackers, grapes, and cheese. This is more my speed, yes. We eat a couple of cheese cubes in silence. These are really good. Best to be good with cheese. Best be good cheese to put up with him, right? Tell me about it. Not a Joseph fan? No, not even slightly. Not even slightly. Like, I wouldn't say that I've got a favorite dad, but I would say that Joseph is the least appealing father to me of all of the fathers on offer, you know?
Hey.
Yes, didn't eat dinner. I think I could probably just fill up on snacks if I'm sneaky about it. I already ate dinner, but I will always have room for cheese. I'm going in for more crackers. Cover me. I shield Joseph from the small crowd of mild-mannered art people milling around the room. I don't think anyone's paying attention. We should probably get back to Damien and Hugo.
Oh.
Right. Let me just fill up this cup with cheese first. For the road. Road cheese.
Yeah.
Best kind. Fushan, how you doing? Less than Robert. Robert is... Robert is completely and utterly covered in red flags, but at least he's interesting. Whereas I don't find Joseph interesting in the slightest, you know? Cheese cubes on cocktail sticks into a tinfoil ball like a hedgehog? Yeah, effectively, yeah. Father's an offer like you were presented with a platter of dads at a fine restaurant. Literally, the stream title is, I would like a dad with a side of dads, please. It's there for a reason. I would like a platter of dads, please. That would be wonderful. Yes. We leave the first gallery and walk a few minutes before we reach another one. This gallery is a bit more crowded. Huge paintings of... I'm not even sure. Hang on the walls. Oh, geez. What am I looking at here? Hey. This is an abstract art. I think it's more... I think the more important question is, what does this art mean to you? I stare at the painting, concentrating as hard as I can on its meaning. It's a but. It's a metaphor for the human condition. It seems to be an attempt to visually represent a universal experience. That's really powerful, Phil. Care to expound on it? With pleasure. These vivid, simple forms communicate a solemnity that is betrayed by the raw expressiveness of the brushwork, which, in a way, speaks to the essential nature of human experience. The scars left by the passage of time and the turmoil of contemporary life are both contextualized and deepened by the rose-colored echoes of pre-apedal consciousness.
Yeah.
Slow down, Phil. Do us a favor and keep it simple. It's a butt. Everyone else stares at the painting. Yep, that's definitely a butt. While a valid assessment, I can't help feeling that your initial judgment may have been closer to the artist's intentions. Maybe you're underestimating how much the artist liked butts. You are a servant of the Lord.
Oh.
We're all God's creatures, even butts. Comparing this piece to the artist's body of work, I'm pretty sure this represents the sense of isolation he feels creating traditional abstract artwork in a field that's rapidly moving towards digitization. Wow. How did you figure that? That's what it says on the placard. I definitely think he says placard and not placard. Can I get a little doggy bag for the leftover dads to take them home for later? Most certainly. We'll be giving out dads at the end of the game. We'll be giving out dads. Make sure you have your little daddy bags. All right. Oh. Let's look at a few more of these. We walk around the gallery, sampling more of the artist's work. I almost hate to say it, but abstract art is kind of growing on me. It's interesting that the artists choose not to let their work be defined by... what's the word? Realism? Realism. As we're looking on one of the paintings, a patron scoffs loudly. I could do that. Excuse me?
Oh my.
Hugo, not here. No, come back here. The patron walks away, not noticing Hugo fuming right next to him. Too late. You say you could do that, but you didn't. You don't seem to have the intellectual depth or the artistic skill to execute a piece even a fraction as impressive as this one. Art is the truest expression of the self, and it seems like your self is bad, so your art would be bad. Hugo's insult game isn't the best, but there's no denying his passion. Damien is holding him back at this point. Friend, he's not worth it. Hugo manages to cool down. He smooths his jacket. I'm sorry. I just love art very much. We know, buddy. I pat Hugo on the shoulder. You know what would ease the mood? Is it cheese? No. It's wine and cheese. Co-signed. The four of us head over to the wine and cheese table, which thankfully is grounded in realism and is actual wine and cheese.
Hey.
We got one last stop on the tour. You lot feeling up for it? Calm your chesticles, I know, right? They all have their charms. A scoop off each, please. And or the backing of the mob tried to launder money using art. I mean, yeah, that is true. Just turning the cul-de-sac into one big polycule and call it a day. I would if I could. Take a glass of Moscato and a slice of Gouda. Gouda. Yeah, we're definitely getting cheese with the wine. It's gonna be... Is it gonna be any weirder than this art? It is absolutely weirder than this art. Let's do it!
Yeah.
Damien, Hugo, and Joseph and I walk to a performance in the street. Several masked performers in leotards undulate wildly on the ground, screaming both at each other and us.
Oh, Cracker Barrels.
Oh, crackers. Oh, crackers. So, quick question. Shoot. What is happening? I second this question. Performance art. What does it mean? Again, I pose the very same question to you, Mr. Thwizzard. The very humanity of being human. What do you think they're trying to say?
Hey.
I believe it's less about what they're saying and more about why they're saying it. I think there's something special about performance art. With almost every other form of art, music, painting, photography, the artist uses their medium as a conduit for their emotions. With performance art, the medium is the artist. It's the purest expression of raw human emotion. It's art as catharsis. That's beautiful, Damien. So what you're saying is, if I start making really loud fart noises right now, it's art as long as I, like, really mean it? Damien fixes him with a hard stare.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
How's it going, Bumbling Bee? Oh, has Twitch been twitchy? 6 times? Oh, that's a fucking nightmare. Well, I'm glad that you're in with us now. I'm glad that you're okay now, and I hope that the site/app doesn't cause you any more problems, you know? You know? I was going to start making fart noises, but based on the look on your faces, that joke isn't going to play well with this crowd.
Oh.
Wise.
Hey.
We watch the rest of the performance as earnestly as we can and clap politely after the dancers scream their way off stage. Phew. I think I'm all arted out. Agreed. We all decide to walk home together. We make our way back to the cul-de-sac. Tiny wine, tiny cheese sloshing around in my stomach. I think what I've learned tonight, and not just what I've learned about art, which was nice and extremely informative, but what I've learned tonight is that when you put a bunch of tiny wine and tiny cheese together, it eventually becomes regular wine and regular cheese, followed by too much wine and too much cheese. See you later, Bob Dreams. The tiny cheese lulled me into a false sense of security. I felt safe with the tiny cheese. Wax wings too close to the sun.
Oh.
Cheese wings? Those would melt in the sun too. And I feel like it's more appropriate imagery.
Oh.
Plus, it'd be delicious. A nice Emmentaler. Emmental? An Emmentaler? I've never seen it with an R on the end there. Emmental is a fucking great cheese. A nice Emmentaler, possibly.
Yeah.
Hey, if you guys were painters, what would you paint?
Huh.
I actually dabble in oils. I mostly paint landscapes, but I'm not very good. But it's a nice way to pass the time. I think I would focus on personal portraits of people in unique professions, like, for example, luchadors.
Ah.
I think I'd paint boats, seascapes, maybe some lighthouses, mostly boats. Really?
Ah.
Yes. I'm surprised you're choosing boats in favor of a long history of religious imagery in artwork. What? Boats are cool.
Oh.
What about you, Phil? Good question. Food artistry, landscapes, tasteful nudes of the artist. It's definitely being done.
Ah.
Art is a money-making business, and I know what sells. We finally get to the cul-de-sac. Definitely tasteful nudes of me. No such thing as too much cheese. I say that. No, I completely disagree. We did a show in my second year of university where one of the characters was meant to be obsessed with cheese, and there was a massive fucking like buffet table full of stuff, and that person literally ate like 2 huge blocks of cheese because of the way that the performance went down. They ended up just being absolutely upset, like fucking smashing cheese, and they were so fucking ill. So fucking ill. There is definitely a thing as too much cheese. Definitely a thing. We finally got to the cul-de-sac.
Yeah, you subscribed. Most kind.
Money.
Because you know, you haven't been kind enough with your money recently, Max Voyage. Because, of course, you haven't been kind enough with your money recently. Good Lord, 51 months. 51 months, Max. God damn it. Oh, with your unreasonable levels of kindness. I will now inscribe your name upon the mirror vein. By having your name upon the mirror of Veining means you get access to my personal Snapchat, not a bum Snapchat, you cheeky devil. And of course you get access to all the sexy little emotes. But the most important thing is you'll roll over every morning, look in the mirror, go, God, I look rough. But goddamn, do I make rough look good. Ooh, harra, sexy, oh, yes, meow, you know? You know? Max really likes making subscription babies. Can't help it. Can't help it. Just getting all of the practice in there. How's it going, Max? How you doing? Oh, I can't wait to get fucking shave this beard off. It is itchy. Getting to that wonderful itchy stage. Tazooks, how you doing? Long time no see. How you doing? How's things? How's things? You cheeky devil, you. All right, boys. Good art. Good art.
Oh.
Agreed.
Hmm.
See you guys around. Whether you want to or not, we're all neighbors after all. I head inside to deal with my inevitable cheese over. You've got dads.
Welcome. You've got dads.
I have got dads. Many, many, many dads. Okay, poke. So, we've done a second date with Matt and a second date with Damien. We have got our first dates with Hugo, Brian, and Robert. And we've not done a single date with Joseph or Craig. What's a cheese over? When you have far too much cheese that it makes you feel ill. That is the cheese over. How's it going, Dot? How you doing? Friendly Jake, hello, you beautiful bean. Hangover with cheese. Yeah, when you just have so much cheese. Oh, definitely. It's definitely possible. Definitely, definitely possible. Right, friends. I think what we're going to do is we are going to... This is the way we're going to do it. All right, friends? I have... Because I'm aware that date 3 is kind of like grand finale time. All right? And I'm aware that we've got a second date with Hugo, Brian, or Robert. And a first date with Craig or Joseph. But I'm also aware of the time. I've got a meeting later on, so I have to leave at a very specific time tonight. So I don't want to undervalue the amount of time that we need for like date 3 or what have you. So what I'm thinking, and by all means, let me know what your opinions are. What I'm thinking is we decide to select one more first date between Craig and Joseph. All right. Then next week, we will do a couple of second dates, and we will finish on the third date. Okay? So next week will be the grand finale. It will be the last week that we do that we do Dream Daddy. Yeah? So we'll do a first date with either Craig or Joseph. And then we will do... Next week, we'll do second dates with 2 of them and then do a grand finale with the last one. All right? Yep, sounds good. Cool. Right, start poll. Date time. Are we going to date Craig, who is sports dad? Or are we going to date Joseph, who is Christian minister with bad boy background and also Mary's wife? So the difference here, Craig is our old college school friend who is grown up to be sports dad. Joseph is some badass who turned to God, but is also married to Mary, who I actually do want to find out a bit more of the information about. The information about. And while you are doing that, I'm going to go visit the urination station, all right? All right? So friends, get up, have a stretch your eyes, look some in a distance, then look back again, grab some kind of beverage, hot, cold, or if the time is permitting, flamboyant as fuck. Don't forget to take your meds if you haven't done already. Take them now, and I'll be back in a few minutes, you cheeky little devils. All right, all right, all right, all right, all right. View results. Dum 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 dum. 50-50. 50-50. 50-50. You gits. You absolute gits. You bastards. Flip a coin? I don't even have a fucking coin. Online coin flipper. All right. All right. Okay. Online coin flipper, so be it. So, heads, we deal with the fucking adverts on this. Heads, we go for a little bit of Craig. Tails, we go for Joseph. Flip it. Tails! Tails! Back to the joys of this ridiculousness. Online coin flipper, so be it. So we're going Joseph. We're going Joseph. You people, this is what you get. This is what you get for your ridiculousness. You make it 50-50. You make it 50-50. The messy homewrecker route? Yeah. That's the way it works. Mainly because I want to, like, as much as... You see, this is the problem. Like, it's messy homewrecker, potentially. But also, if Mary's just fucking miserable, then you're not really a homewrecker. If both of the people involved are just miserable, then all you're doing is making them realize that they don't fucking belong together. Do you know what I mean? Just as he had said, message me from your angel. Do you know what I mean? You may have cast the last vote to make it 50-50. And Biohazard, you don't even care. You bastard. You bastard. Well, it was still 50-50. At the end of the day, it was still 50-50. However, I am damnably intrigued. What was it before you cast your vote? Who was in the lead? Before Biohazard came in here and ruined everyone's dreams. Craig? Should we do another vote? Do another vote? Go Craig? Everyone saying Craig? No? Everyone saying Craig. I voted Joseph, so no. Do another poll. All right. All right. All right. We'll play it fair. Ugh, fucking fairness. As Craig, Joseph. We'll play it fair as we had a usurper. A usurper. If you want to change your mind, now's the time to change it. Now is the time to change it. Scandalous, I tell you. Absolutely bloody scandalous. The saboteur even said go Craig. I'll be fair. I'll be fair. Joseph has more hair to grab. That is true. Only just, but he does have it. You know. The audacity. Look. Look, friends, sometimes you gotta go with the flow. If it's 50-50 again, we're going Joseph, all right? Because that was what the fucking coin flip went. Okay? If it's not 50-50, then we'll go with whoever it is. Dun 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 dun. Right, we're going Joseph. We're going Joseph. Because you people are unreasonable. Snooze, you lose. 50-50 again, you bastards. So be it, you little chaos gremlins. I did not influence that. I stayed out of it, and yet it was still 50-50. Chaos fucking gremlins. The lot of you. The lot of you. Joseph Christiansen voted Mabel's #1 youth minister for 5 years running, living in my hometown with my beautiful wife and our 4 amazing children. If I'm not in the church, you can catch me out on the open water, setting sail on the seas of adventure. I love playing guitar and crushing my kids at Candyland. Leading the community and a fun mixer is my favorite thing to do on a Friday night. If I had one thing to take with me onto a desert island, definitely my 6-string, or that's what the cool kids call my guitar. What are your turns on? Well, obviously my lovely wife, because I'm not overcompensating for anything. Definitely not. What did you want to be when you grew up? A ship captain. Turns out I was just the cabin boy, but we worked with it. I love good feel-good movies. Yeah, big fan of those. Lovely night on the town with my wife is a perfect ideal date. And I never leave home without my good book, the good old Bible. Spend a lot of time thinking about how I can be a better man, a better husband, and a better father. Just found that the Craig date was a tad tedious. That's fair. That is fair. His family is a little weird, but Joseph seems cool. If you say so. I should take him up on his offer to hang out. Wait. How do I hang out with a priest? I don't go to church. Should I be Jesus-y? I imagine Joseph's family staring at me as I fumble through some sort of prayer attempt. Maybe not too Jesus-y. A light smattering of Jesus. Will he want me to pray? Is he going to pray at me? Do I have to pray at him? Talking to Joseph, huh? Yeah! Amanda! How many times have I told you not to sneak up on me like that? I selectively ignore it every time you do, Pops. Amanda looks over my shoulder at the screen. Joseph can't read your mind, you know. If you want to talk, just message him. But I've never been friends with a priest before. What do you talk about? My favorite Bible passages? Ice cream socials? Car keys? First of all, he's a youth minister with a tattoo, not a priest. There's a difference?
Ugh.
You're overthinking it, Dad. Listen, just put it like this. Hello, neighbor. Hello, neighbor. Thanks again for the invite to the barbecue. I'd love to hang out soon if you're not too busy. Isn't that a little too business casual?
Huh.
Fine, fine. Give me the keyboard. I got this. Amanda focuses on the keys. Hi, Joseph. It was great meeting you and your family. I'm still new around here, so if you'd like, I'd like to hang out with you to get to know you. See ya. The smiley face is a nice touch. Joseph only focusing on one teaching of Jesus. Love thy neighbor. Getting right in there. The chaos just follows Biohazard. Fucking does Biohazard. Almost immediately, I receive a response. What'd he say? Hi, Phil. If you're not doing anything in a bit, the kids and I are baking treats for the church bake sale today, and we'd love to have you over. It'll be a blast. Just let me know, Joseph. Huh. That wasn't so bad. He uses a lot of exclamation points. I'm more concerned about him signing his name with a tilde. I'm willing to let it slide this time. I respond back. Sounds like fun. Phil. Well, I guess I'm doing this. Save a brownie for me. Promise you won't sneak up on me anymore.
Oh.
Amanda stares at me, unblinking. I don't make promises that I can't keep. Real to a fault, Pops.
Ugh.
And Dad, please don't be weird about the religion thing. Me? Weird? Never! I make the short walk over to Joseph's place. Don't be weird, Phil. Don't be weird. Hey man, my Red M Charlotte signs off with a tilde too. I can honestly say that I use that for approximately, and that's it. But what if they hang a bunch of crosses? Hang up a bunch of crosses. Or collect those little porcelain babies. What if they're all praying? Do they pray before dinner? During dinner? Over the porcelain babies? The door begins to creak open. A shadowy figure obscured on the other side. Who's there? Phil? The door opens the rest of the way. It's Joseph's eldest. What's his name? Hey. Hey. Christian. It's Chris. Chris! Right. Yeah. Hi again. It's, I'm Phil. I know what your name is. Oh, yeah. We met at the barbecue. How's the, Please don't say it. Jesus. How's the Jesus? Don't mention religion. Did, once. I think I got away with it. If I was Phil, I'd be less concerned that I'm not religious enough and be more concerned that I'm not young enough. Oh, wow. Wow. Flying broom. Wow. Jesus Christ. You went there. Oh, Jesus. Chris blinks slowly. Maybe he didn't hear that. You're weird. Is your dad? Before I finish, Chris walks into an adjacent room, leaving me in front of the open doorway. Home? This was a great first impression. For a moment, I wonder if I should just go in, further subjecting Joseph's family to my winning attitude and artful charisma. This game is not that dark. It most certainly is not. Someone had to go there. Room right there. Right there. Mercifully, Joseph, he peeks his head round the corner. Phil, you made it. Joseph approaches with his arms wide. I'm so glad you could come by. Are you ready to bake? I am not. As ready as I'll ever be. That's the kind of semi-confidence that I like to see in a baking assistant. Come on in. Joseph leads me into a bright, spacious home full of nautical knickknacks. It isn't what I imagined after all. It's actually pretty charming.
Oh.
I believe you met Chris, who left you outside.
Oh.
Chris?
Oh.
Are you going to apologize? Oh, right. Sorry. I try to make eye contact with Chris, but he keeps looking away. He must be really shy. It's all right. Next time, just be a little more inviting to our guests, okay? Sure. Yeah. Calling it. All of the kids know about the fact that their parents are breaking up. All of the kids are very well aware of how fucked everything is and how everything about their entire family is just an entire fucking sham. Kids always make things weird. My daughter has been trying to marry me off for 4 years. She's 7. Oh, wow. That's amazing. That is amazing. You're laughing so hard you're crying. Tried to moving to a cul-de-sac across town. I've heard there's eligible people congregating in places like this. I don't want to though. You're good, friendly chick. I think you're all right. You know. Oh shit! Go back. Fuck. Can I go back? Is there a way to go back? I'm sure there was a way to go back. Genuine question. Is there a way to go back? Before I just start pressing buttons. Yes, you can save your place and the game saves it and then change scenes. Oh, okay, right. Cool. So if I just go save game, saving, and then load game and just do this one, it'll take us through. That did not work. Load game. Can I do the previous one? The autosave? Okay, yeah, there we go.
Right.
We've done this.
Hmm.
Sure. Chris seems to relish the chance to escape the conversation and quickly vanishes into his room. Joseph turns to me apologetically. Don't take it personally. Chris likes to keep to himself. I mean, we didn't start off on the best foot in the world. Plus, being the eldest in a big family can't be easy. There we go. We got there in the end.
Hmm.
We try to cut him a little slack where we can. Ah, and here's the twins, Christian and Christy. Say hello to Phil. Hello, Father. Hello, Phil.
Hmm.
Kids, come on, dial back with the creepy twin stick. Creepy twin stick. Egg them on. Definitely egging them on. Can you two say, come play with us, Danny?
Oh.
Oh, no. The twins stare up in unblinking unison. Come play with us, Danny. Joseph covers his mouth and looks away, but he's clearly holding back a big laugh. Yes! You're raising it that married and not married is a person's choice. 100%. 100%. Obviously not offering the right things. We're in the 40 goats and the 60 cows. A dowry is needed. The Stephen King twins. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Chris may not be thrilled that Joseph is inviting his targets into the house. He's old enough to have some understanding of what happens. Thinks the twins are too little. Oh my god. This is getting real dark. Let's step away from that level of dark, shall we? This game is very nice. It's a very light-hearted, beautiful game, okay? This is it. This is my Dad World series. Okay, now say, please help us, Mothra. Please help us, Mothra.
Yeah.
No, I can't take it. Joseph is trying his best not to break in front of his kids. The twins seem to be catching on and look eager to bust their dad. But can we keep it up? Ooh. Ooh. I'm going to go with something obscure. I feel like it's going to fail miserably either way, so go with something obscure. Now say, he who walks behind the rose. The twins tilt their head in confusion. Uh-oh. He walks? He who behind
Oh.
some rose? The room is silent, besides Joseph absolutely losing his mind. That last flub really sealed it.
Oh.
Children of the Corn! Really? Is that not mainstream? Am I off my game something fierce today? Great job, guys. We're scary. I was very scared. Joseph can't take it anymore. Despite his quiet protestations, he laughs. He's laughing pretty hard into his hand, and the kids giggle with him. The creepy children are on our side. Love that there's so chill with the twin kids doing the kid thing. Oh yeah, definitely. Moth, exactly right. Twins are pretty cute and they're smiling, right? He's all amazing. Friendly chick. That's definitely an age thing for sure. For sure. The twins, obviously pleased with a new arsenal of spooky weapons, leave the room to terrorize the rest of the community. My work here is done.
Yeah.
I'm going to be hearing those lines for weeks. Next time we'll hang out, I'll try to teach them some lines from The Thing.
Oh.
All right. So it looks like we've got a bit of a troublemaker on our hands, eh? Yeah. You think you can out-trouble a career pro? I don't know about that. I'm suddenly interrupted by a loud crash from the kitchen. What now? Oh, that doesn't sound good. Christy! No one responds. Joseph furrows his brow and motions for me to stay where I am. Wait here a minute. Joseph rushes into the kitchen. I remember this with Amanda. Half of fatherhood is trying to keep your kids from finding creative ways to kill themselves. And he's got 4. Talk about worry. I take a seat on his surprisingly pristine couch and twiddle my thumbs. Examine the floor. Examine the bookshelf. It's a pretty sturdy wooden bookshelf. It looks handmade. Did Joseph build this? There's a big stack of what looks like travel magazines. Hyenas of the Serengeti. The underwater mysteries of Antarctic. And on and on. Seems like Joseph really loved a good adventure. Unless this is a Mary thing. Who knows? Next to them are a couple of different Bibles, looking like he's covering all the bases. King James, New American Standard, the Bible for Teens. He's a cool youth minister after all. On a higher shelf, there are a bunch of old romance novels. Judging by the wine stains, these must be Mary's. The newest one looks like Hot Body Johnson, Sex Detective. That's my kind of evening read. Must be said. Needs to go and do the thing. You take it easy. See you later, Nibirin. Bye 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 bye. Big noise followed by the silence is not good in a house with kids under 10. Definitely. Definitely. Favorite answer to a loud crash? I'm okay. I'm alright. The 8th installment in Wait. This is a series? Examine the coffee table. There's a couple of cool knickknacks on the coffee table in front of me. Hey, a cross. Hey, another cross. This one looks a little different. And a third cross. Unified design aesthetic. Smart choices. There's also a brass thing here. Looks like something a sailor would use to navigate with. I think they're called sextants. Heh. Sex. I'm going. I'm into the kitchen. It's been a while. I guess I should go into the kitchen and see what's up.
Oh.
I walk into the kitchen to find Joseph holding Christy in one arm. She seemed a lot calmer than she was a minute ago. I raise an eyebrow at Joseph. The twins are a lot more manageable when they're separated. Where's Christian?
Hey?
He ran off. Christy dips a spoon into the brownie batter and gives it a taste. Dad, it's too sweet.
Oh.
You're too sweet, eh? No, I'm not.
Yeah.
You're so sweet, we might have to water you down with spiders. That's a phrase. That's a phrase. No, not the spiders. Joseph begins tickling Christy. Oh, I get it. It's a tickle metaphor. It's a tickle metaphor. Joseph begins tickling Christy with his free hand. Between the laughing and the squirming, I don't know how he's got a hold of her, but that girl is locked in place. The man is a professional child wrangler. Christy fixes me with her best puppy dog eyes. Save me from the spiders. Spoon duel the Spider King. I grab a wooden spoon and point it in Joseph's direction. Unhand her, foul beast.
Oh.
Okay, Phil the Valiant. Let's see what you've got. You may have defeated me at Tarantula Ridge, but now I have the upper hand. Joseph gently puts Christy down behind him. Have you come to squash me, knight? Or have you merely fallen into my web? I am no mere fly, Spider King. Now on guard! For a minute or so, Joseph and I mock duel with the two dumbest looking spoons in the room. Eventually, I strike a killing blow into the invisible heart between his arm and his body, and Joseph recoils in horror.
Oh, cracker.
Blessed, I am defeated! You could never best me, Spider King, for I have the power of... I sneak a taste from the brownie batter. The magic! Oh man, that is way too sweet.
Hey.
Christy begins jumping up and down excitedly. My hero! Christy hugs my leg before making a surprisingly fast exit.
Oh.
Hey, wait! Do you want to break brownies with us? Christy hesitates, then shakes her head. No again. Sparkle Pony!
Oh.
Sparkle Pony? Joseph looks confused. You don't want to bake with Dad now? You want to play with Sparkle Pony? Yes. Okay, go. Before Joseph can even finish the sentence, Christy is out of the door and down the hall. Just notice the wine bottle and the glasses in the background. Yeah. Oh, God, yeah. The fact that it's a full wine bottle is impressive. Had the bird that would fly into the other room and say, I'm okay. Oh, right. I didn't know that. Ahead. Joseph sighs deeply and stares into the chocolate batter. He tastes it again, face twisting. Oh, and that is still way too sweet. So what made that crash? Egg beater on the linoleum floor. It's my new techno single. Haven't thought of a B-side. Now we're both looking into the batter. It's got a sickly sheen of sugar and chocolate candies throughout. And I have a feeling that Christy had something to do with it. Oh, we need a fresh start. Oh, yeah. Like I said, not really a baker, but... Widdly Wee, how you doing? How's it going? Dream Daddy? Mm-hmm. You know it. Bide the tongue, bide the tongue.
Whoa.
Don't even sweat it. A bag came with instructions that I have mysteriously vanished along with my daughter, so we'll probably be fine. Probably.
Excellent.
Yes, probably. He certainly looks confident. All right, Phil, you've baked a cake from a box before. Once. How could this be?
Oh.
Now, grab a spoon and get ready to rock. Mario Battelli, save me. Save me. Bet she blames him in English and Kitten blames her in cat. Oh, I missed a whole load of stuff. Sparkly the Pony equals Star Stable. Yeah, those are references that are well and truly lost on me, I'm afraid. Joseph and I set to work, cracking the eggs and mixing the things, and then pouring the things according to how we assumed the back of the box would tell us. Things go according to plan, and soon enough we have a solid batch of brownies.
Yeah.
Phew. Wait. Joseph has a little dot of batter on his nose.
Oh.
Wow, Phil, way to use those dad skills. I bet you've baked a few box mixes in your time. His nose. Joseph,
Oh.
all we have to do is bring these to the bake sale and voila, duty done. Now help me find Christy. Keep your eye out for a pony that sparkles. Joseph, hold still. What? Thumb in position and got it.
Eh.
Joseph's eyes go wide as I gently wipe the chocolate off his nose. Is he blushing? Star Stable is a cute little horse game, but they need boy characters. All right. Is it just like girls do horse stuff in stables type thing? Like fucking hell, like Barbie's. There was a Barbie horse riding or Barbie's ranch game or something like that. Barbie stable game that was available in like the 90s that I remember my sisters playing, and it was like, it's only available for girls. Boys aren't allowed to play it. That kind of thing. And question things a bit more than Barbie stables. Ah, okay. I get you. Yeah, Barbie stables was just which point the direction you want the horse to go. Left or right, you know? Joseph's eyes go wide. Oh, is he blushing? Thanks. No problem. In less than a second, I've licked the batter off my finger. It's really good batter. We should find Christy. Yes, we should. Do that, Phil. Ha, yeah. Joseph quickly composes himself.
Oh.
All right, she can't be far. You take the Delta position, I'll watch your 6. Do you even know what that means?
Yeah.
Alpha Tango Sparkle, Roger. Joseph starts making his way down the hall and calls back to me. Take the brownies and the rest of the stuff I baked earlier today while I get Christy. We'll meet you out by the car.
Yeah.
Joseph, Christy, and I arrive at the church parking lot to find fold-out tables and pop-up tents already set up. Looks like the bake sale is already in full swing. I'm gonna tell you a secret. I was a horse girl. You were? I'm not gonna lie to you. I looked after a horse for 2 weeks when I was like 13, like doing all of the stable shit, and I was the only lad there, the only guy. All the staff, all the other kids that were doing it, I was the only guy. That was it. And my horse was a fucking dick. His name was Blackjack. He was an arsehole. Read the horse books, had the horse posters, rode horses, and talked too much about horses, and then tried to gallop at recess. Amazing. Love it. Love it. Wow, this place is packed. This is packed? There are a few people milling around. Must be a value pack. If you can count a city's population on your fingers and toes, this counts as packed. Point. Christy rocks out of the car and into the lot. Is she running on jet fuel? I want to sell brownies. Okay, let's get set up. I want to see Mom.
Hey.
She's down by the other row of tables helping out with another group. Want to go over there and tell her I said hi? Mom. Christy zips off immediately. Joseph seems unconcerned. Does she always run that fast?
Hey.
Yes, and I can only catch her half the time. These knees aren't what they used to be. I'll take the secret to the grave. No one will know. I remember when Amanda was her age. Couldn't get her to sit still for 5 seconds. Yep, great age to deal with.
Aye.
While Christy's gone, Joseph and I arrange all of our baked goods on the table and settle in. So, are we allowed to eat any of our own goods? Senpai, you take it easy, beautiful bean. Look, if I don't see nothing, I don't say nothing. The man upstairs has strong feelings about snitches. Does he actually?
Oh.
Joseph shrugs. He eats a brownie. It looks like some of the other stalls are selling drinks, little handmade crafts, and other sweets. Whoa, someone brought a soft serve ice cream machine. I gesture to it. How are we supposed to compete with that?
Oh.
Please, this is my first time to the rodeo. The bake sale rodeo. There's actually no rodeo here, just a bake sale. I think you and I together can make one pretty convincing argument for these brownies, don't you? Sneak out of the brownie to ease your fears of public interaction. I reach for another brownie to stress eat my worries away. Joseph smacks my hand before I can grab it. Oh, negative. Oh, we got a black mark for trying to sneak more brownies. Focus, Phil.
Yeah.
It's not long before I have our first customers.
Hey.
Hey, dude. Hiya. Matt, Carmencita. Great to see you guys out here.
Oh.
Happy to support a good cause. Plus, you know, as the owner and proprietor of the Coffee Spoon, an establishment that specifies in baked goods, I have to scope out the competition. Joseph leans close to me. This guy knows his stuff. Stay on your toes. So, what recipe did you use for these brownies? Don't say you use the box recipe. Don't say you use the box recipe. We use the box recipe. It's just how Nonna used to make. Let me tell you a story, Matt. The way we made these brownies in the old country. Yes, that was all thanks to Grandma the Wizard.
Oh.
Travelers from afar and wide would make the pilgrimage to her sleepy little town, simply to be amazed by her masterful use of chocolate. All that knowledge, all that experience, it was passed down to me.
Hey,
Ha, sure. Joseph leans over again to me.
yeah.
Lying is literally one of the 10 things we're trying not to do. This is the reason why I am not going to do well with Joseph. I think I might have fucked up with Joseph, friends. Joseph is boy. If he follows the commandments to the letter, he certainly is. I hope he doesn't covet any of his neighbor's oxen, but you know, we'll run with it. He'll forgive. That requires me to seek forgiveness, and I'm not going to do that when it was obviously a preposterous fucking story. When I was obviously like, whoa, oh, my grandmother, yes. It needs to be said that not all Christians are boring by any stretch of the imagination, but this one might well be.
Hey.
All right, we'll take 2. Actually, we'll take 3. I ring them up and high-five Joseph as our happy customer walks away. See? Not so hard. Yeah, I'm hot off the good feelings from the last sale. Who's next? We sell brownies to a bunch of people I don't recognize, but who clearly know Joseph. Eventually, another familiar face pops up. Is it Red Flag Robert? Phil! It's Brian. Close enough. Can we interest you two in any of our fine sweets and treats? Oh, you sure can. I bet I could eat 10 brownies. Must resist urge to be competitive. Let the man buy his brownies. Let the man buy his brownies. So we'll put you down for 10. Better make it just 2. 1 for me and 1 for Daisy.
Oh.
Coming right up. You excited for the youth group movie night, Daisy? Yeah. What's the movie?
Oh.
It's a surprise. Joseph leans over to me.
Hey.
It's the Fast and the Furious. Really?
Yeah.
If you think about it, there's some heavily religious undertones. Joseph hands a baggie to... Joseph hands a bag of brownies to Daisy. Joseph secretly getting all the kids addicted to meth nice and early. I made sure to give you guys the edges. Clearly the superior part of the brownie topography. Thanks, Joseph. Our 2 customers walk off with their purchases. Joseph and I survey our stock. These are selling pretty hot. At this rate, we'll have enough money to pay for the new paint job on the church pews in no time. Wait, what happened to the pews?
Oh.
Ernest spray painted his rapper alias onto them. Young Steinbeck. I would have gone for Young Man and the Sea, but I can respect that.
No.
Speaking in ministerial terms, Ernest is hard to reach. What did I just come into? How's it going, Music Man? Daddy dating brownie sale. Yeah, we decided to go hang out with Joseph as a kind of how we doing type thing. And it turns out that Joseph hates us. Oh, he doesn't. He hates how we are as a human being. Doesn't hate us personally, just everything that makes us a human. A person, you know. In father terms, Ernest is kind of a turd. Being a cool youth minister seems like a lot of work.
Hey.
It is, but it's worth it.
Oh.
Although, sometimes I wish... Never mind. What? It's kind of silly, but... Do you ever wish you could just drop everything and go lounge around on a beach somewhere in the tropics, drinking fruity blended beverages, fall asleep on a hammock, you know, basically live out a Jimmy Buffett song? Joseph, I think about this every single day of my life. My dream is to live in Margaritaville.
Oh.
One day, my friend, one day we'll be on island time. We make a couple more sales to some more church patrons. Everything seems to be going smoothly. Off in the distance, I spot my old buddy Craig. Oh, old buddy Craig. I thought just saw this dude hand a brownie to a dad. I mean, to be fair, Music Man, that is definitely on the cards for this kind of game, you know? I like Ernest for the same reason that I like Mary. He doesn't pull his punches. He doesn't, but he's a little shit. He's definitely a little shit because, well, I could speculate a lot. Obviously, he's rebelling, and he's rebelling more violently than Lucian does because his dad is one of the teachers and one of the stricter teachers as well. So I can see where the frustration comes from, but he's also a little shit.
Oh.
Craig!
Hi.
He's going to be a hard sell. Craig's a fitness man. I think he comes to these bake sales to test himself, to see if he has the resolve to refuse processed sugar. Are you sure you're ready for this? We go way back. I got this. Craig jogs up to our table with Briar, and Hazel in tow. They're each finishing an ice cream cone, so it's unlikely we're going to sell them on brownies too. Probably won't be able to sell to the baby. She's impossible to read. It all comes down to Craig. Hey, bros. Hi, Uncle Joseph. Hi, Amanda's dad. Would you be interested in one of our delicious homemade brownies? I don't know. You can't spell diet without die. Tempt him. Remember that one time. I want to remember the one time. Hey, Greg. When we were freshmen, remember how our next door neighbors pranked us by switching out their laundry detergent with dish soap and how the washing machine exploded with suds? And then we decided to get back at them by baking brownies for them, but sprinkling high-intensity hot sauce into the mix, and then we watched them crying after they were eating it.
Hey!
I would feel bad, but we had to clean up the laundry room ourselves. Anyway, these brownies are like that, but without the hot sauce. Maybe you should get one more, for old time's sake.
I don't know.
Craig thinks for a second. Well, the girls just won a game. You know what? We'll take one for each of us.
Eh?
Even River?
Oh.
I'll eat hers. Extra dicks. Extra dicks for selling brownies. You've got yourself a deal. The day winds down, and we're pretty much out of items to sell. Everyone starts packing up. Christy eventually comes back and immediately falls asleep in Joseph's folding chair. Box mix, huh? Mary saunters up to us. She looks like she'd rather be anywhere else than here. Oh, hi, honey. Yep, they're selling like hotcakes, which is actually, they're just brownies. Cute.
Oh my
And boring. And safe. And here it is, ladies and gentlemen, and all genders outside and in between. Here it is. Her life is too cute and boring and safe. This is my main reason for wanting to date Joseph, was to find out what fucking Mary's story was about. Same as Mary from Joseph. Take us to the bar. Right? Joseph's got a big house, right? Amanda's dad, right? Ripping off Garfield, classic devs. Oh, I was about to say, the devs of this team have got so many nods to so many other things. Like cult classic movies, like little nostalgic games. They've got a whole load of they do like little nods to stuff all the time, and it's fucking great. You know? It all costs money. I'm all here for mushroom-infused brownies being handed out at a PTA meeting. I know people who have definitely done similar things. You know, I'm bored too. I feel your pain. Hey, Mary. Mary's eyes dart over to me. What's the rookie doing here?
Oh.
I was just hoping to introduce Phil to the rest of the community. Uh-huh. You get a load of this freak show? What? Weird folk, is all. Holier-than-thou types. Don't you think, Phil?
Yeah.
Mary. Let the kid answer the question. Shove a brownie in your mouth so you can't talk. I want to know what Mary's like. There's a gallon of vodka, 3 spoons, and a hamster. A hamster and a Porsche. Amazing. There's always a religious fair. There's always a religious pair called Mary and Joseph. Oh, yeah. Yeah, there's a religious pair called Mary and Joseph. And Mary is sick of Joseph's shit. I wonder if Mary and Joseph names are a reference to other famous fake couple. Yeah, definitely. Definitely. Although I don't think they were fake. I think they've from what I understand of theology, they've actually found certain amounts of evidence that prove that they could have literally have existed. Whether they existed in the same way that the Bible says they did is another question entirely. Another question entirely, you know? You are kidding me? Nope. We're going to do it. We're going to do it because I want to find out what Mary's story is. I genuinely am not really bothered about pissing Joseph off. I really want to know what Mary's story is. They're kind of weird. I struggle to put this diplomatically. I'm definitely new to the church crowd. And it's different.
Ah.
Mary, can we talk about this later?
Ugh.
Oh, am I embarrassing you in front of your new friend? Joseph doesn't respond, trying his hardest to keep his cool. Can we please talk about this later? Sure thing, honey bear.
Ah.
Mary turns her attention to me. Hand over the cash. Jesus, I'm not trying to rob you. I'm in charge of the funds here. I hand over the cash we've made. Feels like a hefty wad, if I may say so myself. Thanks.
Hey.
Now give me your wallet. What? Give me your wallet. You think this church is going to fix itself?
Huh?
Mary! I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Sorry. I'll work on the whole pretending to be happy thing. Mary leans in and whispers to me.
Ah.
He's really good at it. Mary walks off without saying goodbye. Yeesh. I'm really sorry about that. Brownies fix everything. What's her deal? Wow, what's her problem? She enjoys a good button push. That seemed like a lot of button pushing. Joseph shrugs. That's just how she is.
Oh.
You ready to head out? Joseph and I load the folding tables back into the car. Or into my car. Christy nods off in the moment Joseph straps her into the car seat.
Hey.
I drop Joseph off in front of his house. A small yawn sneaks out of me. Looks like I tugged you out, huh? I'm a sleepy dad. I think I might finally be crashing from all the sugar. Huh? I won't keep you up then.
Oh.
Thanks for helping out today. Happy to do it. Also happy to eat brownies. Well, next time I promise we'll do something a bit more exciting, a bit less free labor. And I'm very sorry about the whole thing with Mary. You shouldn't have had to see that. It's fine, really. I know, but first hangout, domestic problems aren't a good look. You barely know me.
Yeah.
Let me make it up to you next time. It won't be Margaritaville, but we'll do something fun, promise. I smile. I'd like that.
Yeah.
Oh, and one last thing. Joseph tosses a cling-wrapped brownie through the window. It hits me on the face, but I'm able to catch it. It's the last one. You earned it. Joseph, please don't leave me alone with this brownie. Nope, too late. I'm already walking away. But, bye. Joseph walks up to his home. He waves at me before carrying Christy inside. Well, looks like it's just you and me, brownie. Save the brownie for later. Because I want to give it to Amanda. I've eaten loads of brownies and I promised her I would bring her brownies. I pocket the brownie. This might come in handy down the road. They were supposed to be a fake couple because Joseph supposedly married Mary to hide the pregnancy. I have no idea if they existed. Oh, yeah. Well, they were a bit from, well, that's getting into a whole load of theology. But effectively, yes. The primary reason that it is said that they got married was to hide the pregnancy. However, they were betrothed. They got married early to hide the pregnancy, the Immaculate Conception, but they were betrothed to be married, if I understand correctly. You know, a strong feeling about the last response. Brownies aren't the only thing that solves everything. Donuts do too. It's very true. Thankfully, I got donuts on my way back from the studio. Huzzah! 3 black marks and 1 eggplant. 1 hearts from the twins. We'll see how that all adds up. I mean, to be fair, the twins are all great. The thing that I like most about Joseph is how cool Joseph's kids are. and Mary. I'm super intrigued by Mary's story. You know? Josie's doing his aw shucks song and dance, but he invited Phil to the bake sale knowing that Mary would be there. He's messy. Oh, God, yeah. God, yes. Like, I could fully see me dating one of the... Like, my character dating one of the dads and becoming good friends with Mary. I can see that happening. You know? I step inside to find Amanda doing homework on the couch.
Oh.
Hey, Father Unit. Hi, child that I am required by law to care for. How's homework? It's really fun and educational. Really? How long have you known me for? Right. How was the bake sale? Good. I think I could really have made a good life for myself as a brownie salesman. Glad to hear it. So what? Were there any extra brownies? Or did you maybe sneak one? Or... I think for a moment and realize I still have the brownie that Joseph gave me. This would probably do better in someone else's stomach than mine. Fucking good dad. I knew it. I knew that my daughter would want a brownie. Therefore, I put the brownie in the pocket and allowed the brownie to go to a more charitable cause than I. You know? Mary's all over the bar boys too. Yes, but it has been said, Onion Pencil, last time we went into the bar and carried Mary home when she was pissed out of her face.
Flee!
When she was pissed out of her face. Ladies and gentlemen, and all genders outside and between, delve deep into your pits of popcorn and throw them at the raiders, throw them at these cheeky devils. Look at these people coming in here. I mean, really, could you even imagine? Who do they think they are? Oh, my lordy. It's Unicorn Mom. How you doing, Unicorn Mom? How's it going, you beautiful individual? How's it going, Country Babe? Hello, you cheeky devil. Oh, my lordy. All these beautiful people. Hello. Friends, how's it going? People, go check out Unicorn Mom. Unicorn Mom is a glorious individual. Plays a lot of variety of different games. Plays a whole lot of different things. Very wholesome individual. Very glorious member of this community. We love them very, 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 very dearly. Lou is a spectacular specimen of humankind who deserves all of your love and attention, especially clicking that cheeky little follow button on those on her profile. My brain can't even do this now. Final Fantasy 14 Online. Ooh. You're a Final Fantasy 14 person? How are you finding it? How's it going? What did you get up to? Tell me all about it. Tell me all the bits and pieces. Friends, if you're new here, 2 things you need to know about the channel. 1, you're not allowed to apologize. Faux pas, individuals. Faux pas. Instead of saying sorry, try saying thank you. Instead of saying sorry, I'm late, say thanks for waiting. Instead of saying sorry, I'm such a burden, say thanks for being there for me. It'll make you a much more positive individual. 2, if you're under the age of 18, I have to ask you to leave. I've got to ask you to leave, for I am a colossal filth wizard. I don't want to be corrupting the ears of the young. It's not what I'm about. No, cheeky devil. How was the stream? How was your Final Fantasy bits and pieces? What did you get up to? Tell me all the bits and pieces. Tell me all the things. Welcome on in. By the way, Unicorn Mom, if you need to disappear off, if you do need to like raid and run because you got bits and pieces to do, please go do so. Please go look after yourself. Please go do what you need to do to take care of yourself and what have you. I know what it's like when you've been streaming for a while, you know. Yeah, I know. Felt like randomly streaming today. Entirely fair. Get on it. Oh my god, my brain is today is one of those days where my brain is definitely moving too fast for my own mouth to be able to cope with, but that's all right, that's okay, that's all fine and dandy, you know. But I'm glad that you love Final Fantasy 14 and your things, and like it's got so many quests and it's great and the characters are fabulous. Oh, I love that. The only other person I know that plays like Final Fantasy 14 pretty religiously is Amy sometimes. Or at least she certainly did. She certainly did at one stage. I think she still does. Anyway, let's jump back into the game. We were just dating dads. So that's what we've been doing. We've just dated Joseph, and Joseph hates everything we are as a person because naturally... Why wouldn't he? But we found out a little bit more about... We basically confirmed our suspicions that Mary is actually in a very miserable relationship, which is great. Because I want to help Mary, you know? I have over 300 days of playtime in Final Fantasy. It's a lovely time. Oh, I'm really glad to hear that. Really glad to hear that. Final Fantasy is a good one, yeah. I do like, I grew up on Final Fantasy 9 and then Final Fantasy 7, and I tried Final Fantasy 8, but just failed miserably. It didn't grab me the way that the others did, you know?
Hey.
Wait. I hurled a brownie towards Amanda. It hits the wall behind her and falls on the ground. Nice throw. She scoops it up and smiles at me. Thanks, Pops. Hey, if you're not going to bed anytime soon, would you be game for some Real Shark Hunters of Orange County? Yes. 100% social time with my darling daughter. I thought the last hunter got eaten by a shark. He did. I sit down next to her and cozy up with a blanket. Awesome. Bam, 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 bam. Date complete!
That was a great date.
Really? We got 3 black marks? We got 3 black marks and a big old dick, and that still got us an A? We got 3 black marks and a big old dick, and that still got us an A. The black marks count for fucking nothing, do they? Jesus Christ. Gun safety, naturally. Family vacation. Youth. Leadership. Mary. I feel like my Mary point should be a bit higher than that, given all that I've done for Mary recently. And salesmanship. We got an A. All right. Okay. We'll see how it is. See how it goes. See how things are, you know. Thank you for the beautiful welcome it was to. Aww. You're just starting out playing it? That's really cool. That's really cool. I'm really glad that you're enjoying it, though. It's a great place to socialize as well, is the online world, whether it be Final Fantasy or any of the other online games, you know. Excuse me. Not the worst. See, he forgives. It's upsetting that he forgives. He shouldn't forgive. Although I suppose it is in his nature as a youth minister or what have you, you know. Maybe the twins counted. Yeah, maybe. Maybe. That's fair, I suppose.
Welcome. You've got dads.
You've got dads. Okay. So, plan of action next week. We have done 2 dates with Matt. We have done 2 dates with Damien. We have got Robert, Brian, Hugo, and Joseph all on 1 date each. And I think, and as I understand it, the game only lets you do 1 third date, because that is like your final decision date time, all right? I think that next week, when we jump into the game, we will do 1, maybe 2 second dates, depending on time and stuff, with Brian or Robert or Hugo or Joseph. And then chat can decide who our final third date is. Whether it be Matt, Damien, or one of the others. Okay? So next week is going to be our final Dream Daddy, the Daddy Dating Simulator stream. And then the week after, we'll start moving on to something different. Okay? Give it a quick save. And do the thing. But yeah, friends, that's where I'm going to be leaving it today. I appreciate we've only just been raided in by Unicorn Mom, but unfortunately, I have a meeting that I need to get to. So, I am not able to just keep going on. I didn't realize you'd be raiding over Unicorn Mom, but I very, very, very much appreciate the raid over. I really do. I really, really do, you beautiful bean. But yeah, friends, we're gonna go throw some love at another delightful bean. We're gonna throw some love at another delightful individual. If you could stick around for the raid, I would very, 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 very much appreciate it. Nice briefly seeing you all. You know, I'm all good with that. I do appreciate that, but I know that it can be frustrating when that does happen. So we'll go and throw some love at another delightful bean. And see what else is going on and what have you. All right, but before we go anywhere, you glorious individuals, please could you do me a massive favor and throw out some mod loves in the channel? You can use any kind of mod loves from any kind of channel. You can use any kind of love hearts from any kind of channel. Say a massive thank you to those wonderful moderators. Thank you so much for all that you do. Thanks so much for all that you do in and out of stream, both for me behind the scenes and for the community in the Discord and what have you. Thanks so much for being here as well to cause all kinds of things. All nudes also work for the mods. You know. So you're all going, I need the distraction. Bumbling Bee, hopefully we'll be able to take you over to somewhere that will give you equally as much distraction, you know? Be able to take you somewhere that will give you more entertainment and more distraction and more happy-go-lucky fun times and what have you. I think we'll go, oh, we could definitely do that. We could definitely go and see this wonderful bean. Let's go and... Okay, yeah. Let's go see this beautiful bean. This glorious individual who's doing something... Oh, how long have they been streaming? Okay, maybe not. Maybe not. As they have been streaming a while and they're probably going to come off soon. Okay. Also, just a better streamer. I mean, that's not hard, is it, Biohazard? That's not hard. I realize that raid messages have already been out, but I will throw them out again just to make sure that they're at the bottom of the thingies. Friends, if you're a subscriber, please copy and paste the first raid message. If you're not a subscriber, please copy and paste the second raid message. That's the first Bot of Vane raid message for subscribers. The second Bot of Vane raid message for non-subscribers. Oh, they're just finishing as well? Oh my god, everyone's just finishing. Everyone's just finishing. Oh, we can go see this person. We can go see this person. This glorious bean that'll hopefully... Yeah. Yeah. It's been a while since we've gone over and said how... My 16 seconds of fame. My 16 seconds. How's it going, Zabadi? And how you doing, cheeky devil? You cheeky devil, you. Yeah, let's go raid my dear friend, my happy-go-lucky scamp of an individual. Let's go raid Dapper Dame. Let's go raid Dapper Dame. Dapper Dame is a wonderful, wonderful bean. They're doing some art today, but they are the chlorophyll queen, as I call them. They are doing a whole load of different things, specifically around plants. They fucking love plants. They've got all kinds of bits and pieces. And yeah, we're gonna go throw some love at Dee Dee. Dee Dee is a glorious, glorious individual who you will all love and appreciate. If you're not in the raid up here, please click on the link that Biohazard has just thrown out there. Thank you very much, Biohazard. So we can all raid over together. That would be very, very much appreciated. Friends, I'll be back on Monday at 7 p.m. GMT. That's 7 p.m. British time, where we're going to be causing some more shenanigans and chatting some more absolute shite, as we have a tendency to fucking do, all right? Thanks so much for being here. Thanks so much for the raids, the subs, the gift subs, all the cheeky little bitties. Thanks so much for spending your time here. I really, really appreciate it. Thanks so much for the follows. And yeah, I hope you're still enjoying Dream Daddy, the Daddy Dating Simulator. Next week will be the finale, where we choose our final dad. Who is going to be our final dad? The choice will be entirely yours. I'm going to have to think of a really nice suit to wear for the occasion. But yeah, all right, okay. Oh, that's all right. That's all right. Biohazard, that's fine, dandy. That's all grand dandy. But yeah, so friends, let's go say hi to Dee Dee. Until next time, you glorious beans. Don't do anything I wouldn't do, because if I wouldn't do it, it'll fucking kill you. All right, see you later. Bye.